As soon as that gets cleared up, we'll all go voice live. Well, come on, guys! Don't make fun of our fans like that. They all trust and believe in you. Be nice. Oh, that's just a terrible thing to say about Ellie. How dare you? She is our violent cinnamon roll VIP. Oh, you would never say that to JB's face. Giselle, you of all people, I can't believe you're being so rude. Alright guys, I'm still voice live, but you're not, so I'm just talking. That was a bad time to make you go voice live, huh?
No, they're
also,
usually
now
like 0
so don't say anything weird.
Oh.
Or at least don't say anything incriminating. You can say all the weird stuff you want.
Yeah, okay, that's better.
If I had to eat one animal into extinction, it would probably be kangaroos.
First off, I will fight you. Not because you want to eat kangaroos into extinction, but because that's a dumb idea.
I mean, if you had to pick one animal to eat into extinction, would you rather choose something that is
mosquitoes?
I don't want to eat mosquitoes.
I don't want mosquitoes. Though.
Also, there's a lot of them.
I'm a vegetarian. I don't want to eat.
Choose like an easy thing. You could be like, I want to eat, the great panda into extinction because you don't have to eat that many.
But first
I don't think you'd survive eating mosquitoes into extinction.
They are protein, sir. Anyways,
I think you last a day.
I don't want to eat any animals into extinction, nor do I want to eat any animals. But I'm definitely not picking kangaroos, dude. They're all muscle.
Yeah, but they apparently taste pretty good if you like browse them, you know.
I believe.
Interesting.
Maybe
they're basically
really
just
they're
just two-legged jumping roided deer, right? Like
or rabbits. they're more like big ass jumping rabbits.
Big ass rabbits.
Oh God!
I know their face kind of looks like a deer. Is why I say
that's true. Big ass deer rabbits. Drabbits.
They are technically an invasive species as well, which are so are rabbits and so are deer. So whatever.
Yeah, I think I would. I'll take one for the team. I'll say all the rabbits in Australia because some English dude got bored and was like, I want to hunt rabbits. So he brought rabbits over. And I was like, release the rabbits, we'll hunt them. And then got like half of them.
I don't believe that's how it is.
If you wanna eat an invasive species that was brought to Australia that's not supposed to be there, you can eat some cane toads. I don't know how they taste, but
nah, I'm good.
Yeah. Probably not great. I don't know. There might be a Masaru video.
There's even a movie. I want to say there's
He's eaten a lot of stuff, but he did go to Australia.
I listen to a lot of Australians talk about random things because Warhammer has a lot of Australian people. Anyways, and I remember them talking about this movie they had to watch in school about cane toads. It was made in like the 80s. And about why it's dangerous to bring animals that are not native to somewhere there. And they live in Queensland, which is where there are cane toads everywhere, right? And they're a super pest species in Queensland. And they were just talking about that like terrible 80s movie that they had to watch. And the other guy in the podcast was from like Perth, and he was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. It's just like because they don't have any in Perth. So he's just like, what?
I mean, I guess that's like me working in the closely with hunting and fishing officials when I was in academy, and having to watch stuff about zebra mussels. About before you put your boat in, you gotta inspect it for zebra mussels because you get those in one water system and they just take over everything.
Oh yeah,
it's one of those things. Like
people do eat cane toads, by the way, but
they're toxic if I remember right.
They are poisonous.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
You have to remove the skin and the poison glands in their head.
But that's where the sugar's at.
Because that's what the problem. I remember that was like the problem with cane toads in Australia.
There's no sugar in cane. Come on.
Is they brought them in to like eat something. I forget what it was. They brought them in to eat like a bug, obviously.
A bug, yeah.
And then they were killing natural predators because they were eating the cane toads and dying from them being poisonous.
Yeah.
But I don't remember any of the actual stuff about this.
Don't bring shit over.
Stop introducing wildlife into Australia. It's got enough.
Cats to the farm, and they got rid of the rat problem. So
It's
Yeah.
the
also,
episode of The
90% of the
Simpsons where they
edition
just
is
keep
birds.
stacking. And they
Exactly.
get to like gorillas at one point. They're like, oh, then we just bring in whatever the natural predator of gorillas is.
Guys,
Friggin'
I know you love
ridiculous.
your cats, but make your cats inside cats.
Absolutely.
They kill
They murder
thousands of
everything.
birds.
They kill indiscriminately and for sport.
Bob
You know
Barker's
what?
another episode
That's the hill I'll get canceled on. I would eat
You're
cats
gonna
to
eat
extinction.
cats.
You eat cats.
I'll eat every one of those motherfuckers. Do you know the net positive on like how many killers I'd remove from the world? I would
Oh
become
my
a
gosh.
monster. But holy
Light. I'm
shit!
gonna just start calling you Light. You and
Oh,
your friggin'
man.
cat Death Note.
Oh.
Well, no, I don't believe in just straight murder. I've got eating them
You're
is
gonna
where I
eat
get
it,
Yeah.
of
more.
course, yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
You're gonna eat
You're
it.
using
God, Death Note would be way weirder if he had to eat the people he killed.
Shigeru Miyamoto dies by being eaten by me on Sunday for dinner. Like writing that hyper specific detail into the fucking
Or
Death
instead
Note.
of like,
So he
my
become a
God.
Hannibal Lecter? That'd be a great crossover.
Guys.
I don't even. Oh my god!
Imagine like for your Death Note, you're like, man, I'm hungry. The pizza man from Domino's drops off a pizza accidentally at my house and trips on the way out and falls and dies. Like just ordering a pizza, like getting a free pizza by killing the dude, basically.
God damn it!
It's a good thing that that's not how the Death Note works.
Ooh. Oh fucking hell!
I think someone would try that a whole bunch and give a lot of people
Yes.
heart attacks because obviously when the style of death can't be fulfilled, they just have a heart attack, right?
Right.
So
Fucking hell.
there would be many attempts to get something like that failed in some random poor person having a heart attack or a brain aneurysm.
Brainurism.
Brain aneurysm.
Fucking hell, that got me.
Yeah, it's a good thing it weren't face live because it was just me and Patrick laughing,
Dude, I was
And
like
holding-
wheezing.
like holding our faces. And, oh my goodness.
I'm not in a super huge rush to go all the way live. I haven't been just because I don't know how many people are actually here right now, but we will. Let's go ahead and go face live now.
Well,
Face
we're gonna
live.
go face live. As we go face live, I'm gonna run to the bathroom
Of course
Oh,
you
your
are.
favorites.
because I drank too much soda when I got home
Color me.
because I had that delicious root beer and cream soda left from Fitz's.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
I should have saved it on Reddit, but it was basically dumb superpowers, and one of them was like wake up looking perfect every morning. And I'm like, that's pretty good. And it's like another one was make anything bigger by 2 inches. I'm like, that's kind of broke. Like that's
Yeah,
like okay, anything. So it's like okay, I'm gonna get a piece
that's
of gold.
fucking Shit.
It's now bigger by 2 inches.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna break that in half. I can make both pieces bigger by 2 inches. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's another one's like you just have a 15% discount everywhere. Everything you buy has a 15% discount, and people are like, "That's broken for stocks."
Yeah.
You could just literally buy a shitload of stocks and resell them.
Any kind of upscale is like
Yeah,
crazy,
yeah,
crazy broken.
Yeah. So a lot of people are going for like, "Oh yeah, that one," and like, I don't know, man. The 2 inches thing is pretty crazy. And then like you could just
It's pretty
make
wild.
stuff, and it's like, yeah, but 15% discount. And the other person was just like, bro, you look perfect every morning you wake up. You don't do anything. You wake up, you look like a god. You look
Oh,
perfect.
that can
Not the
give
best. You look perfect.
That can get you way ahead in life. It also comes with
Yeah.
their own set of. They all come with their own set of problems, but that one
Yeah.
is the most,
But I was like,
the hardest
yeah,
to avoid.
Yeah, the wording on it is like, no, you don't look how best you look. No, you wake up looking perfect. Another one was you can control your weight at will. And people are like, isn't that a gum or a fucking devil fruit from One Piece? And it's like, yeah, it's like, yeah, you know, you're just riding an airplane and you just make yourself weigh 10,000 pounds for the shits and giggles. It's like, no,
No.
why would you do that? It's like, yeah,
No.
because you would shoot through the plane or whatever. The plane would start to crash. You just jump out, make yourself weigh a gram, and fucking, you know. the air displacement would make you fall slower.
No.
But if you're
It's not
over the
what
water, you
happened.
die anyways because you can't swim.
You fucking dent in, like, out the bottom of the plane. It would still fly. You'd fall out the motherfuckers. What would happen?
You would definitely decompress the plane and cause all of the oxygen masks to drop, though.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that was one that was like, that one seems weird. Why? Like, why would you use that? You just control your weight by will. Like, technically, we can already do that.
Well, not just by will.
I just have to have more willpower not to eat.
There's this,
I
and-
definitely am bad at that part.
yeah.
I have a fucking marshmallow in my coffee cup, okay, that I've been nibbling on.
I want a marshmallow.
I don't.
I love marshmallows.
I do have a package that did formerly have cinnamon graham crackers in it
I mean,
that I was eating with cream cheese, but I ended up just eating the graham crackers. So,
my parents are bad influences because I bought a thing of cookie dough with a ton of like, yeah, I like having cookies around because I have a sweet tooth and I want to eat some every now and then. And I tried to make some in their little small like toaster oven deal. Burnt the shit out.
Yep. It's the worst
I
way
have
to
never
try my
I had never seen bottoms more burnt with the top still being basically raw dough than this. It was
So you made a plate
it's-
for your cookie dough.
yeah, like it was fucking weird, man. But I was like, man, that's such a waste. And I cooked the rest of them in the oven, and it came out fucking perfect because it's like all the instructions. That's all you gotta do, you know. But I made those yesterday, 2 days ago. Yesterday, and
Really want to get like
they went shopping today, and they brought more, and I was like, no, I don't need more cookies.
I mean, at least you don't know how to home make them because
do.
once you you do?
I'm just lazy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can't
Brown
really
sugar,
eat just
flour,
cookies
vanilla
from
extract.
that are already made anymore because the homemade stuff's super good.
But
See,
it's,
the problem
there's
with
more
that is
science
some.
that goes
The
into it.
Depends
bar
on the
for
kind of
cookies to me is very low. They just have to not taste like trash, and I'll eat a lot of them. Now,
Dave-
if you home make cookies and they're really good, I'll eat more.
No, we had
More
those
than I need
shortbread
to of the
cookies.
not good ones.
Dave-
Oh, dude, I love shortbread cookies.
No, we
Dave,
had those shortbread cookies in the
that
old
you
house.
just lied on stream. You will eat cookies that taste like trash. We've had
Yeah,
many
I eat
conversations
garbage
about
cookies
eating-
all the time. Garbage cookies are the best. Anyways, no, I mean like if they were actually like not great. Garbage cookies are not great. I'll say that first off. They're not. But they still taste good until you've eaten two. And then I'll keep eating them. But they taste good until you've eaten two.
Now
The
I just-
first one is good, and then it tricks you into thinking that more will be, but they aren't.
Now I just have to figure out a way to play that at 3 times speed and see if Dave can talk in a fast enough circle that the whole stream takes off and we end up famous.
They'll lift us into space. Dude, they are bad. But shortbread cookies are like my favorite.
Shortbread cookies are great.
I love
Butter
shortbread
cookies are good too.
Shortbread cookies and ginger snaps. I freaking love ginger snaps.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I will admit I have not made a ginger snap yet. Maybe I
I've
should
never
do that.
made any, but I've eaten them.
I also love gingerbread cookies, but
They're
I
for
mean,
masochists
and
and
ginger
sadists.
bread. I like ginger stuff, I guess. I like
What,
ginger
ginger
ale.
snaps?
I just like ginger.
You know what I like? Spicy cookie.
I
Yes.
do. I like spicy cookies,
I do.
man.
Ginger is fucking.
That's what I was just saying. I like
Yeah,
ginger
look,
bread.
look, I like
gingerbread
ginger. I
Hey,
like
there's
ginger
this-
in stuff.
I
Ginger
like
cookies.
It's
ginger
spicy.
ale. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
like so is
ginger.
cinnamon to a
So
point.
is cinnamon. Cinnamon is also
Yeah.
spicy.
I also love cinnamon, and basically, there was a phase in my life where I put cinnamon in literally every food item that I
I put
cooked.
that shit in everything.
Regardless of what it was, it got at least a pinch of cinnamon in it.
Yeah, Ellie is right. No bake cookies are fire as fuck.
Ask Panda to tell you a story about no bake cookies.
I threw up.
That was a short story.
I threw up.
I threw up. Not threw up. I threw up. It was my 23rd birthday party. I was at Dave's apartment with his then wife and 2 other friends. And this is where I learned that you need to stand up every now and then when you're drinking. Because I was sitting down and drinking, and I had bought a fucking thing of no-bake cookies as well. Drinking beer. stuff like that. At one point, I'm like, ah, man, I gotta use the bathroom. So I stand up and like I get about this far, and then I go, oh no, I like there is zero like what do you call it? Balance.
Equilibrium.
Yeah, equilibrium. Trying to stand. So I very much like am on my knees, kind of shuffling to the bathroom to go pee, and then just have everything that I have consumed that night came back with violence.
How long did it take for you to eat Novit cookies again after that? By the way, 'cause it was a while.
I think it was at least a year.
Yeah, it was a while before you.
I think it is. Every time I would see him, I would go like, ooh. And then I get the chocolate chip ones instead.
I remember I bought some like months into after we moved in together, and you were still hesitant about eating them.
Yeah,
that was many years
I like
later.
no-bake cookies. It's just I have food aversion. It doesn't make sense.
Hey, that's okay. I had that with fruit punch for years because when I was 8 or 9, I forget, I drank way too much fruit punch at a Christmas party. I threw up red everywhere, and for years after that, I didn't want to drink fruit punch anymore.
No more stories. We
Yeah, I was
used
gonna
up
say,
30
interrupt
minutes of our extra time. We have a
That was
guest.
the end of
Ellie's
the-
here.
Luckily, that was a very short story.
No,
It
that's
was.
why we had
Although
extra time so we could bullshit more, right?
I will add one quick addendum to that. I got my daughter Capri Sun fruit punches to go on her lunch, and she drank one, and she was like, "Dad, I don't like these. Can we get the other kind to get?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." I was like, "That's weird." I had one. They are trash. I don't know what. Like, they're real bad. So, anybody want a kid who wants some real bad fruit punch? Anybody has a kid who's like, they're. I'll give
Now I'm
them
gonna
to
have to try
anyone.
one.
At this point, I'll just start throwing them at people. I'm like, "Catch fruit punch. It's yours.
Now I'm gonna have to try
I don't
one.
want it." Yeah.
Just see how bad it is. I didn't hear who you guys agreed was doing the recap today, but you're right.
Excuse me. Ah, I dropped my bottle cap. I will never financially recover from this.
I can share. I've got some, friend.
No, I had a Coke one sitting on my.
I found my box when they moved, by the way. So
I know, I found
I've
it
now
too.
got hundreds of bottle caps.
Sir!
Boy, if you don't get on this recap,
No, we're gonna talk about Fallout for another 30
This is what
minutes.
Star Wars
No,
doesn't have.
we
bottle
don't need to
caps.
start.
I'm
Last
starting
time.
people. That's what I'm gonna do.
Hold on, let me get my evil. Is this bright enough for me to do that? No. I'm gonna move it up here so it's not as bad.
I'm gonna fake interview people with my time microphone. Go ahead, Pam.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z, Into the Storm. We wake up in the morning. These are Dave's notes, by the way, because my notes are trash.
You're welcome.
We wake up in the morning, nice and warm, in snuggle beds. I, being Eli, find Lamia's experiment note as we go downstairs for some food. We hear some good-ass grumble stew. We split up to find provisions. I see an unusual number of Bolu here in Manhansaik. Manhansaik? Yes.
Yep.
I find a Bolu who set up a stall outside with a big old cannon. Got 2 days of fresh food from him and some travel cake mix just for a Bolu. Excuse me. Lemmy and Sam buy some potion things from an eccentric old apothecary named William. Sam asks to buy some river rat tails and has a great running action about them being drugs. Some rat tails. Sam tells this guy about the storm. There's a big ruckus downstairs, and they grill him about it. He claims it's a dog. He lies for sure. There's a voice downstairs. The guy thinks that the Beaver Gator area has some weird mushrooms that may be a component in the storm. Basically, it's a chemical thing that makes things not taste bad, or things not sour.
Basically, alters your taste receptors. So
alters
your
your
taste.
taste tastes sweet that would normally be bitter, and yada yada yada.
And I do remember that he wanted some as well, or he would be.
Yes.
If I find a bunch, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'll take some."
It's like 12 gold a pound, I think.
Yeah, sure. I don't remember that, but we got to the baths.
Yes, correct, exactly correct.
Damn. We got to the baths and have the chat with the bandits. They tell us Modric is, what's your friend's name again? Eli's friend
Kamal.
that was dead.
Kamal.
That he's doing a little better, because I remember that as well. That they told us he was doing better. They tell us that the Modric are not normal, as in they get some people to do what they say is I'm going. This is like reading one of those fan fictions.
They're stream of consciousness notes.
Yeah.
Look, it's better than my notes in college. Be glad you can get my college notes. They're doodles.
They tell us the Modric are not normal. Organic. As in, they somehow get people to do what they say as if it were totally normal.
Hear about Pluto? That's messed up. Right?
They were wolf eyes. No,
Oh god, no, don't even start that.
They can just command people, and they think it's some kind of magic or something, so they can get people to do stuff that they normally wouldn't do. With maybe some kind of magic.
Magico.
She has a big, weird magic aura wave. I don't know who she is. She has it.
The lady Modric.
The Heart Modric lady.
Oh,
yeah, whatever her name is. The matron of
Tressa is what I put down.
Tressa.
Tressa. Okay.
There you go.
Is what they said.
The reason it said she is because I don't remember her name.
Yeah.
Modric Tressa Dorat.
They are Cresting Suns, a big bandit group, but there's another one called Fox Runners. That's where Isla comes from. Isla? Isla.
It's
those islands
kind of like that
are in the ocean. The bandits get money from the government or towns to stay out of the way, since the soldiers are concentrated on the east side of the country. It's bad to let the Fox Runners get bigger control of the area. They show us a bandit tattoo for Cresting Suns, so we can know if we're talking to the Cresting Suns. Each stitch on the tattoo is a kill. If we let the Cresting Suns we run into know that Modric hired Isla, also they might let us through. The female bandit propositions me and Sam, but we both politely turn her down. Sam does indeed turn her down. Against my wishes. Lamia goes to sleep outside of the town. Wakes up in the middle of the night and sees a super huge wolf. It's huge here, but it was a huge wolf. The wolf attacks her and is trying to bite her throat out. Lamia wakes up from the wolf attack and realizes it's a dream. But she took a ton of non-lethal damage. She was also choking on a snail. Eli wakes up in the astral realm during Sam's watch, and he sees a big damn wolf with wolf eyes. It tells me to go back to sleep.
You added the wolf eyes.
Eli chats with it for a minute with its wolf mouth. The wolf casts no shadow, and the rain goes right through it. It has lessons to teach. They are not mine to learn. I grab Sam's shadow and tell him to go wake up Lamia. The wolf snarls at me with his wolf mouth. And then I'll stop.
It was starting to sound like
I've been saying wolf
reading.
too many times, and it's getting in my head.
It's losing its fucking meaning.
Yeah. Tell him to go wake up Lamia. The wolf snarls at me, and I say, "Wake me up too!" Also, Sam goes to wake her up, and the wolf attacks. Sam successfully wakes her up. Then they come back and wake me up before the wolf eats me. We go to bed and get a good night's sleep. The smoke of the bandit camp has moved. We use the flotsam vessel to go down the river and dodge the bandit camp. There has been a bird, the same bird that is a hawk, and something's off about it. It's been following us, we think. I remember that as well, because it's getting towards the end. We get to the road and head towards Bayan. And as we get closer, we see some people traveling towards us. 4 riding out on horses, and some on foot who are armed. They don't seem to be militia or city guard. 4 riders reach us just before we get to Bayan, about 20 feet from us. Eli notices the bandit tattoos. We chat and convince him to let us go by dropping Isla's name. The guards see the whole thing go down and don't react even to his snarky comment. We quickly notice the big tall building where the tower event is. As we get closer, we realize it's made of a single solid piece of wood. That's the end of Dave's notes. I'm trying to remember anything else.
would anyone like to add anything?
Did you note that it's one of the things they told us is that what Teresa says is essentially like it's like she has the ability to command.
I mean,
that she can tell people to do stuff, and
he just was busy complaining about my writing style at that point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the way it was worded was very Luke Sharpclaw 2008, whatever it is.
I don't know how you write your notes. Oh wait, you don't. So
No,
that's true. It's true.
I write things that are like important to me, which is like a girl hit on me. Yeah, LOL.
Other than that, no, I don't believe.
Sam doesn't know her foot size, so he's not interested.
Oh my gosh, Sam.
Oh my god.
In that case, we will go back into the land of Segia, into the city of Bayan. And for the rest of you, I don't think we need a map right now. But in the city, yes, you do see this tower, this foreboding presence of a building crafted of a single piece of wood, seemingly from just a massive tree that once stood here. At the very top of it, you do see this scintillating, gaseous energy in a ring shape, like a halo, resting atop the tower, and there seems to be this orb that is cycling through, almost riding the wave of energy. Eli, you would recognize as some kind of arcane eye. Normally they're invisible, but you can see this one because of the energy around it. It's kind of moving. You can see this orb traveling. You can see the shape of an eye in it. Regards you all very briefly as you approach, but doesn't slow down or seem to take any kind of specific notice. Passing glance at the most. As you approach the tower closer, a few things you notice about the city itself. Bayan is not a particularly huge city. It does boast a decent population for this day and age, but you expect during a... I'm sorry, what?
My internet. Give me a minute.
Oh, okay. Oops.
Accidentally closed out the stream.
Oops. Oh. Weird.
Okay, let's try this again. I'm back.
I thought you'd already switched to your hotspot.
I did. So I switched back to my Wi-Fi because that was my hotspot freaking out. I guess.
It's a cold spot now. Oh, that was another one of the superpowers. Them superpowers I was talking about earlier. Sorry, that was you. Always have a
No.
We're not
doing this.
No,
I've already started. So you see this. The other thing you notice about this, the city is, despite it being a smaller city, you probably expect there to be a bit more liveliness, a bit more traffic and things around the area, because there is an event going on. You are in the Days of the Spirit's Path. This tower event, as it's called, is a huge gathering. They're expecting tourists and the like, and you do see some. You see, it looks like the stables are fairly full. You do see some people moving around, you know, between building to building, but you don't see as many, like, open-air stalls and other things as you might expect. A few just dotting the landscape here and there. Some more set up than are actually manned. Many empty stalls, as if people did set up, found that there wasn't a lot to do that day, and maybe taking extended breaks or lunches or whatever. Things aren't moving the way that the city has expected them to. However, the grounds around the tower, you do see quite a few more people. There is a pretty open space around it. It's not like flanked by a bunch of buildings or anything. There's a pretty large swath of land that it sits on. There's no fences or gates or anything like that. Just a big, open, grassy, I'll call it a field, more like a yard, but they don't really have yards in Segia. And you do see some people have taken to, like, basically picnicking out there, which is not really much of an Ulyss activity, because, or at least not a Setsi Ulyss activity, because it's raining all the time. So you can tell these people are probably foreigners, like they've got umbrellas and stuff set up to like keep the rain off of them, and they're kind of, they like made a spread up on the ground, and you see like a couple, maybe a very small family out there talking and whatnot. Nothing particularly interesting about it other than that. You do see a good number of guards outside of the tower, however. About 10 of them. All congregated just at the front of it. You don't see anyone going in or out at the moment. As you guys start walking up to the doors, these grand double doors with this like curling embroidery all around the edges of it. You can see these big, heavy, sturdy wooden doors. They also seem to have the same pattern as the rest of the building. Like they were carved out of the same wood. And then they like put some kind of, you know, just fancy looking plating and such around it to make it look interesting. As you approach, you see like you get a few looks from some of the guards. A few of them stop and they actually watch you as you approach, and then 2 of them break off and come and meet you about halfway. And say, excuse me. The man who meets with you kind of holds up a hand and stop you, and says, holds up a hand to stop you and says, are we expecting you?
I will clear my throat and kind of straighten up and go, we're expected by Clint Markham, and his team was supposed to be helping out.
With that hearth, okay. What are your names?
I'm Eli Steve, and this is the rest of Alden Logistics and Retrieval. We were hired by
see somebody else like
Mr. Markham.
A big logbook.
Yeah.
Start flipping through it. He said, Wasif?
That's correct.
Okay.
It's all the way at the back. It's usually really easy. You just flip it over and then you start reading it the wrong direction. And my name's usually like the 3rd or 4th.
No, it might be underneath Clint's name, because we're part of his party. You know what that, you know?
Oh, then that's right smack dab in the middle. That's a lot harder.
There's just... Yeah, well, he's looking. Where did you travel from?
Well, originally, I would say we came... Gosh. Sorry, I'm having a lot of frog in my throat stuff or something going on right now. Anyways,
yeah, me too.
Now I'm blanking on the name. Starts with a C. C. Starts with a T.
I don't know which thing you're gonna say.
Bro,
sorry.
The friggin' little hamlet. Oh no, it's a G. Gunhari, right?
Oh, the village. Okay, I got it.
Yeah. We were coming by way of Gunhari. We like cut through there. And yeah, but we went around, went a long way, got lost in the woods a bit.
Took your roads. Yeah, I heard a lot of beats going on down there, yeah. To the east. You didn't run into any trouble?
None that we couldn't handle.
He does narrow his eyes at that comment a little bit.
We saw some of those, what are those lizard folks called? I like Tap Sam, and I'm like, you know, they smell real bad. The trugger thingies, we saw some of them. They were a peach.
Correct. Oh, if they're going on the roads, that's not a good sign. Oh well. It'll get taken care of. Did you find any names yet? The guy's just like, he's like, what? Like water?
Yeah. It's a Tertian name. I like spell it out in like, you know, Ulyss characters, because it's obviously not the same language.
Okay, I got you. I think you're in there somewhere. Eli or Wasif. Got it. There's 2 people with you, this guy, the short guy, this lady. Yeah, they're in here. Alright. Well, Look, he's already got his guest for the event, so you guys are allowed on the first floor. Of course, it's the foyer you will see. The only other floor that you can stop on, cannot stop at the second. That's where the scrying takes place. We have to have a limited number of people there. But you can also go to the fifth floor is the Great Hall. So, first and fifth, anywhere else is trespassing. To get you trespassing, we have to throw you out. It's the rules. There's no exceptions.
Alright.
Makes sense to
Thank
me.
you much.
Do you take us to the ground floor before you throw us out, or
Well,
you throw us out from that?
Just throw us right out of the
From the-
fourth floor window. No, I do have a quick question about that. Obviously, there are floors in between the first and fifth floor. What mode of egress do we use to get to the fifth floor without trespassing?
You will take the stairs? If that
Right.
answers the question?
Okay, I just wanted to make sure we were okay to walk in the stairwell and not be
Uh,
ejected from the premise.
Look, we are reasonable people. Like, if you go in and go, oh, yeah, sorry, and you walk out, that's okay. Just, like, don't go in there and loiter or pick things up or move things or yell at people.
Got it. Okay. 'Cause you know,
Among many other things I will not list, but be reasonable.
just wanted to cover all of
You gonna say anything about leaving rat tails on this floor? I'll leave a bunch of rat tails.
Don't leave rat tails
Sam.
anyway. At all. I
You didn't say anything about digging holes with my glasses, so I'm gonna
You
dig
did
holes.
say
Yeah,
and
yeah,
many
listen.
things I did not list. So,
Listen. I told my child that your glasses are not a shovel. That's how you build those lists.
so he motions the others, and one of them goes and pulls the doors open for you all. As you walk in, the air inside is warm immediately. You can tell that the source of it is there's this huge hearth the other side of the room, built in with several stones, and you can see there's some kind of like wax that's been like applied to different parts of the area around it. Something probably non-flammable. And so as you immediately hit this blast of warm air, it's still oddly humid inside of here. Just to continue the description, you can you almost get the sense of well, Lamia, you would probably notice immediately that this reminds you kind of a barracks. It looks like it's been repurposed, right? There's not a bunch of like small closed-off rooms or anything like that. You can just see just from like the way that the space is, and like there's like spears and like quivers and arrows and shields and other things like on the walls. You can just kind of see like the way that the room is like shaped and where some of the different pillars and supports and things are. You're like, oh, okay, maybe this used to be a place to house soldiers. It makes sense. There's a lot of towers where like keeps and things like that where you might house soldiers. But it's definitely been repurposed. There is one large central pillar at the very center. Still seems like it's carved from the same wood everything else is. And you can see that there's these carvings and etchings and things inside of this pillar that seem to circle around, maybe telling some kind of story. You can also see that it appears that rainwater is running along the ceiling. Like it's just kind of flowing without anywhere to drip until it goes down that central pillar and seems to kind of trace the lines of these drawings and flow into the floor. You walk in, it's not wet or anything, so it seems like it's being absorbed at the base of it. But, you see that immediately. No, excuse me. And to the right side, you can see it, you can like clearly see where the stairs go up to the next floor. You see there's like several like small benches and chairs and everything that there are a lot of people just sitting in, talking, and there is a desk there at the front that seems to have a very sharply dressed young man flanked by a couple of attendants. You see a few of the guards and things kind of just walking around. One is standing next to the door. One is over there with with the receptionist. A couple of others just like milling about in the background. Oof. But once the guards let you in, they just shut the doors behind you. They don't like usher you off or anything like that. The receptionist is sort of just watching you, like he's expecting you to walk over.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll walk over there.
Smiles. Says, welcome. I'm assuming you're guests for the tower event. Names?
Can we just do this bit? Anyways, I'm Eli. Obviously,
He goes like, well, he didn't tell me.
Alden Logistics and Retrieval. This is Sam. This is Lamia.
Yes.
We're here with Clint and Markham.
With Clint Markham. Yes, of course.
Yes.
Of course.
All
up here. Excellent. Clint is currently on the second floor in the scrying. Excuse me, in the scrying chamber. I'm going to get water. I drank all of it in the bullshit at the beginning. Currently in the scrying chambers with his tower guest. Unfortunately, you wouldn't be permitted in there. You're welcome to wait here for him or in the Great Hall on the 5th.
Okay. Have one quick question for you. Where did you buy that? I motioned to his clothes. So you said he was sharply dressed. Where'd you buy a suit?
Oh, the suits. Oh, I bought it. There's this lovely tailor in Saigon. Just a peach of a man. My whole family buys from him. I can't remember the name of the shop. Hold on. I think it's in the notes. Hold on. It's in here. I know it for a fact.
It's in the notes. This checking in the notes is brought to you by Gun and Bottle Operation 2.
Oh my gosh!
No, it's not.
Free-to-play game that is not actually free-to-play. I mean, it's freemium.
It costs time.
It definitely costs time. It's a gotcha game.
Gotcha hell.
Yeah. It's the Spirit of the Thread. It's owned by Ozbeg. Ozbeg Enebish is the man's name. God, master of his craft. You might.
Is that where I told Lamia to go get clothes from?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Oh, it's your tailor.
Oh yeah. So it is.
Yeah, I'm pretty
so
sure.
I'm gonna be like, oh, well, that's why I like it so much, and I flip my cloak because obviously my cloak is, and I motion to my suit, and I'm like, got it from the exact same place.
You are wearing his work. I wondered. Yeah, absolutely. The guy's a genius.
It's fantastic.
Is he a little scary to you?
He can be a bit menacing.
Somehow he's never said an unkind word, I don't think, but just has that energy. I don't know, but I love him to death. Absolute gem of a person.
It's definitely where I direct all of my friends to go. In fact, one of Clint's competitors, Rahala, might actually be wearing clothes from him as well. I sent her his way. I remember when I first married into her. So
I did note she was quite smartly dressed. That wouldn't surprise me, though it is a little deviating from his typical designs. I'll have to. He pauses. I almost said take a closer look, but I don't like how that sounds. Did you have any other questions?
No. Stairs to go to the 5th floor. Check out
just
the Great
over
Hall?
here. It's one spiral that goes all the way up. 7 floors. Just here in the 5th, and you'll be just fine.
Okay, great, thank you. We'll head that way.
He bows. One of the attendants kind of next to him says, just let us know if you need anything, and they just kind of see you off for a moment. You guys head up the stairs. You do pass as you're walking up. Stairs are also made of wood. They do have stone landings that have been put on top of them. Very nice, fine looking, dark slate colored stone. As you're going up, you do see into the scrying chamber, the second floor, because there's no doors. It's just this big open threshold. And you can see several people are inside. You can see it looks like they're mostly surrounding what looks like this massive pool of water with this band of silver kind of around the edges of the pool. It's giving off a pretty brilliant light. Almost looks like sunlight is filling the room. And as you're passing it, you can see several people kind of milling about, and some are talking, and a few are kind of standing near the threshold. And they kind of, some of them see you walk by and like just sort of look at you briefly, give you an up nod, keep talking to whoever they're talking to. This room is packed. You do see that there are 6 people surrounding the pool, like kind of equidistant from one another, all in like very nice furs mostly. One of them, who's kind of on the opposite side of it, is this taller, much older gentleman amongst the rest of them. The rest of them look fairly young. Much older gentleman. He's got these what look like deer antlers coming up from underneath his hood. You can't tell if they're coming from his head or not at the distance you're at. But he has like a hood kind of pulled up, and this like very intricate looking necklace that's got all sorts of small bones and like fangs and teeth and like little charms and symbols on it. He's not carrying a staff or anything like that. And the robes and clothing he's wearing underneath it are still very fine looking. Like he got them from a tailor. This is probably not Ozbeg's work.
The second floor.
This is the second floor where you're looking into it.
Right. So we can just assume this is the scrying area, because that's where he just said Clint was at the second floor, right? Okay.
Second floor of the scrying. Yeah, the scrying chamber is second floor. And you can see that that's probably what they're doing. The fur-dressed people who are surrounding it they seem pretty focused. Like they don't seem like they're just like chanting or anything like that, but they seem fairly focused on this pool of water. But occasionally you'll see them, say a couple of things, something that someone talking to them, or questions will get asked to them. Just check the chat. So you can tell that's probably what they're doing. Is like maybe they're the ones controlling the magic of the scrying pool or something like that. Just see someone kind of off to the side, very dressed up, who is speaking in a very boisterous voice. Seems to be announcing things that are happening in the scrying for like everyone else to hear. But you can like faintly hear that like there's some noises coming from that pool. They're kind of drowned out just by the other conversation, but you can hear this man just saying, "Yeah, it's like, yes, again, one more blow for team." Like he's just like going on, like he's announcing a fight is happening. Just as you guys are walking past him, there might be a little bit of slowing down and just like, oh, and that's kind of neat looking. But there's too many people to be able to easily pick out like Clint and Rahala in there.
That's pretty neat.
I'm into that thing where when you walk by somewhere, or you're walking upstairs, and you just kind of like drag your neck as you keep walking. So I'm just like constantly trying to like keep it in view as long as possible, but I'm not slowing down. I'm just
it's just doing the rubbernecker thing. Yes, Harley, do you have something?
Speaking of rubberneckers, what's that dog got to say?
I think he's just snoring. The third floor, as you pass it, you can see looks like this big lounge. There are actually separate rooms. You can't see the entire floor. But you see there's like several like small couches and like floor pillows and other things like that. There's like a big chandelier hanging over it, lighting the whole area up and providing a bit of warmth. You can see there's a few people just kind of sitting and reading books. One guy appears to be just like writing in a journal very furiously. He's got kind of messy hair. Looks like he probably hasn't slept in a little while. He's got a pile of books next to him. You see like a few people just off on like in another corner next to the door that would lead further into this floor. They seem to be playing with a dog. And you see like this couple, this gay couple just openly like making out in a different corner that everybody seems to be trying their best to ignore. They're just like, I don't know why they didn't go and take another room, but whatever. But you do see a plaque that does tell you that this is it says it's called the Raincatcher's Lounge. The next one does have a door. There's a plaque. You can't just see into it. So the fourth floor has a plaque that says guest quarters, and then you finally get to the fifth floor, which is the Great Hall. that has a set of double doors as well, much larger doors than the other floors you've gone to. They are open already, and as you're approaching, you can already smell food, warm, savory food, and like baking pastries and all sorts of things, or at least freshly baked. You don't actually know where the kitchen is, but probably somewhere on this floor, if you had to guess. Yes, once you finally get up there and you can see the doors are open, see inside, you see several long wooden tables. You see different banners kind of hung around the different walls, but also small ones, not the same ones on the walls, smaller ones like coats of arms and things like that on little sticks that are like at different spots in the table, as if to mark for different sets of guests. Now, I didn't describe it before, but you guys would have seen the Markham crest, so you actually would know what. What?
No, just booing the sight of the Markham. I also started the snail pole, but yes. Oh, sorry.
Wait, why are you booing the Markham crest?
Why'd you start the snail pole? I had it up.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just didn't do it until we get closer to rolling.
No. I just noticed it hadn't been up, so I can stop it then.
No, you're fine.
No, leave it up, it's fine.
Yeah, snow pole up, guys.
But yeah, it's a shield with like a eagle, like a golden eagle on top of it.
Oh, sorry.
So
sorry. Yeah, Markham.
Yeah.
Markham's
not Modric.
You're thinking Modric. That's a hearth.
Yeah, I heard
So
it.
that's the hearth. Yeah. Markham family. Modric is a hearth. The Modric family. The Modric hearth is the Dorak family.
Yeah.
Or led by that family. Anyway. Yes. But yeah, you find it. It's like a golden eagle on top. It's got like a shield shape with like a diagonal across it. You got earth tones on one side, and I think, is it blue? Not gonna look at it. Yeah, like ocean blue on the other side. On the top left section appears to be like a war horse. It's galloping fast, and then on the other section, it appears to be a ship. It's like a small version, so you can't like read writing or anything like that. You can tell, you're like, oh, that's the one. And right now is empty because Clint and Rahal are not up here.
Mm-hmm.
You see several others milling about. Some people are sitting and eating. You do see a large, basically buffet style, like huge table full of food at the very back of the hall. Like big enough that it's kind of like it's like crescent shaped to like fit kind of along the wall, so it'll actually fit more things on it.
Nice.
Should we stand by the seating area?
I mean, I'm just gonna go get food. I literally start walking over to the food, like I'm not even waiting. I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired of trail rations and almost dying. I'd like to eat.
I mean, is that allowed?
If they stop us, they stop us. If not, they don't.
Yeah. You do count that there's. Count that the sections for each hearth or family have 6 seats each, not just 2. So.
I put my hands up like this. I go, it's only not allowed if someone stops you. And then I keep going towards
at that
the
point.
food.
You can only not eat any more. They can't like take back the food that you've had in your mouth.
Oh my god.
That's what you think. Anyways,
it's awful,
so just
but
put as much in there as you can.
I totally also just want to eat food. Let's go.
Yeah, and you do see there are some attendants around and such. So like when you walk up, you expect that if there was a problem, they'd stop you, right? But
yeah.
If you just try to walk into a restaurant and start eating, people will definitely stop you.
Someone will say so.
Whoa. Hang on.
So, I guess
walk in the back door.
Panda's channeling his inner
need
gopher Diglett. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you're just so small right now, Panda.
Posture check. For God's sakes!
But if you combine Panda and Diglett together, you either get Digda or you get Piglet. So, anyways,
Digda.
Digda.
Yeah.
I like Digda. I'll go with that
That's
one.
pretty good. That actually sounds like a fucking stupid Pokemon.
I was gonna say.
All right, so we get food.
Yes.
I need to find a way to make psychic paper. If anybody ever watched Doctor Who, he has a thing that's psychic paper where when you flash it to people, you can basically, whatever you say, you can put an impression in their mind and they'll think that's what it says on the paper as long as they, in this would pass like a will save, right? They'd have to pass, if they pass the will save, they don't, it's just a blank piece of paper. If they fail the will save, they see whatever you wasted want. So he'll be like,
so it's a figment.
He'll be like, he'll be like food inspector or whatever, right? And it's just like made up nonsense, but their brain fills it in. Because it's what they expect to see from him,
smart.
even though he can just say whatever he wants. So yeah, I was like, I need psychic paper. So if somebody was like, you can't eat here, I'd be like, health inspector, and it just says like whatever.
I saw
I'm here
one
to
of
make
those.
sure your food's okay.
Saw one of those that he flashes it and it's like, oh god, the traffic authority, and he's like, really?
Yeah, he like looks at it like he's gonna see something on the psychic paper. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's what you saw was traffic authority? Okay, I'll roll with it.
Yeah, I love
It's one of the Peter Capaldi ones. Yeah.
Yeah, Peter Capaldi's great.
But yeah, so you guys find you get plenty of very good food, very freshly made. A lot of like dumplings and like just a lot of small plates. It seems there are some stations that you can like carve off of like a large roast and other things like that as well. Some like whole roasted potatoes, all sorts of shit.
Damn, definitely saw those knives where you're supposed to carve.
Potatoes.
Oh, entire lamb hock just.
You go over to the carving station.
You also, the thing is, you also noticed they didn't check your weapons.
Oh.
Yeah, I did notice that.
They did not check your weapons.
I could just see Sam walking up to a prime rib table, by the way, just picking up the prime rib, and he's just like nodding at the guy, like walking off.
Now you do see that the guards themselves are armed, but most of the guests you're seeing are not. You're not really seeing a lot of armed people walking around for you not to have been checked.
See, that doesn't even enter into Eli's mind because I don't carry weapons that people can see, so no one ever. Because the only thing I have is a concealed spring knife, pretty much, and a crossbow that I don't even remember. It's usually in my bag, so nobody sees my weapons. So I don't even think about that, I'll be honest.
Yeah. Generally, like, so you might be accustomed for people to stop, ask you if you've got any weapons, maybe even check you. But like, okay, yeah.
But I don't. That really doesn't enter my mind most of the time.
But so you guys get some food. I'm assuming you sit at the Markham table and start to eat. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll throw it to you for if there's any RP or anything you want to have at the moment. Now that you've got a second to rest.
This is really good. Meat on a stick.
Don't talk with your mouth full. Snap. Anyways, no.
Do we know what we want to say
to who?
to Mark?
Mark.
Or sorry, Clint. I'm
Mark
glaring. I'm glaring at the sheets for the job, and the first name is not Never mind.
I don't
Doesn't
know
matter.
what we're supposed to. What do you mean? We just tell
Mark
them we
Clinton.
did the thing. We did the thing we were set to do, and we ran into some bandits that were definitely hired by you know who.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, we tell them what happened, right?
Yeah.
Not like we've got to. I mean, we don't want to say everything right where there's a bunch of people who can listen necessarily, but
I don't exactly want everybody to know that we drowned the whole entire city. But
you just said.
Did
never
you
mind.
just really?
Mate, anyways, I was more getting to the, involvement of some other people who are also here.
I mean, I kill people. Sorry, that's the same.
Oh dear, I murdered an individual and no one's something. We can also
Different
chat,
campaign.
Yeah, we can also chat to him about the blokes we met out of the town and how the guards seemed very willing to not do anything. That might be important information. He might already know that though.
What is that?
Just ignore it.
Okay.
What if it is though?
Okay. I guess what I'm trying to really ask is, are we just here to report and then leave, or?
No, I wanted to hang out and see the stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. Plus, we need to cheer on our groups of peoples.
Yeah. Plus, like, where are we going? Leave to where?
To
I mean-
get our horses and shorts back.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but that's on
Sam-
the way back anyways.
Sam really
Right.
wants to go look at that beaver dam thing.
He can do that
Yeah.
himself. No offense,
look at
pal, but
Sam looks
not
at
not the time to do that at the moment for me, anyways.
Oh, wake me up! There's a giant wolf. I'll remember.
Yeah,
that.
there was a giant wolf.
Yeah. I didn't get a gigantic alligator beaver to just show up in camp and go, "Hey, bud, so this is your problem now." It's not like I invited it.
Yeah.
I think I'm lost.
Don't worry about it.
I'm saying that the beaver
Yeah, we'd be putting ourselves in the direct.
are a
thing of
future
harm.
problem after we deal with the current issue of people trying to murder us.
Yeah.
I don't need nature and, people.
Nature's always
kill
trying to
me
kill
at the
you.
same time.
You
That's
give me
fair.
perception checks real quick.
Thank
keep
you.
talking.
I mean, that's kind of just how nature do. Guys who doesn't have their character sheet pulled up.
Gee, is it panda?
Yeah, because I never do.
I was going to say me, although mine is pulled up.
So
but I
this
was
building's
gonna
a
say
solid piece of wood.
me. Oh my god.
And it
He has
goes
to do it.
vastly into.
Every single time.
If I
I'm
hold
sorry,
two
but
pieces
you're-
of broccoli by Sam's head, does that...
Look, I'm sorry, you're in the body of a single tree, which is not a forest.
Okay.
You can't see the forest. For
I
the
still
tree.
rolled better than everybody else.
You really did.
Yeah, it's like that's your dump stat, or not dump. It's like that's
Yeah.
your main stat or something.
It is
Yeah,
my
I mean,
dump
it is.
stat. It is, in fact, my dump stat. But
It was going to be mine
It
too.
is mine too,
I think-
actually.
I think Patrick was like, hey.
I mean, the fact you're playing a ranger helps to.
Yeah.
dump
encourage
your
using
casting
wisdom.
stats, sir.
It also just feeds into your main skills. But anyway, so it will be Sam who notices first, as you all are sitting there talking amongst each other, eating. You got your meat on a stick, which is like kind of like a mutton and mushroom skewer with this
I
kind
was
of
going to say leave it into uninterpretation. Or was a perception check about the meat?
No, it was not. And some dumplings and some other stuff.
I like
not all of it, which you can identify because want to use a foreigner.
Yeah, who would
I
that
like
be?
But Sam, you were the first to notice as you got like a mouthful of food. You notice that Lamal is in the room. Starts
Oh
to walk.
God!
He and who was it? Was it you? Yeah, it was. Okay, yeah. So you recognize him and the guy he was talking to in the clearing, Caden. Both come in. They seem to just they're walking kind of slow. They're just talking to each other as they walk towards the food. This close, Caden is a big dude. Caden's about 6'6". He's pretty strong looking. You didn't get like a great look at him before because it's from a distance.
I'm going to have to
But-
jump to punch that dude.
But yeah, so you notice about where you're like chewing. You can handle that however you like.
Hold on, I gotta. Oh, I know what I can use for this.
Excellent use
Mate,
of the,
don't
the
talk with
marshmallow.
your mouth full. Anyways.
Mom.
Sam, Eli
Oh,
literally
you're
just
trying
said,
to
"Don't talk with your mouth full."
I'm going to
You guys
throw
both notice as
a
he's
food item at you. Yeah.
as he's doing that. You both then will also notice them.
A food item from Lamia's plate because I don't want to use any of mine. I'll grab it. I will grab a stranger's food. Anyways,
That would be great.
don't tempt me.
Okay, yeah, I guess we'll notice, but Lamia is just gonna kind of avoid looking after seeing.
I wave. I'm joking. Oh wait, yeah, I forgot. We're not friends.
So Sam, you do hear as they're walking by, or sorry, were you gonna do something, Eli?
Oh no, I was gonna say I'm just gonna be my wrestling identity, which is nonchalant.
Nonchalant.
So Sam, you will hear them as they're walking by. You hear Caden say, "Ain't those the people that we were?" But that he stops the sentence there. He says it very low, but you rolled a crazy high perception, so. But
Sorry, my mom was saying goodnight.
Oh, okay.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Anyways, I know.
Yeah, let's yell into Panda's headphones. No.
I will. Don't tempt me. I'll
Be
peek
that
this mic
meme
so
of
hard.
Be that.
Oh
meme
no,
of
it's a
the people
derail. I
trying
so
to-
badly want to tell the story. Okay.
So did you hear what I said, though?
No, sorry. Aren't those the people that?
Yeah, you heard him
Yeah.
go, ain't those the people that we were supposed to... But he stops the sentence there as they're walking past. It's low, so you don't think you were supposed to hear that, but you roll real high. You don't hear a response either.
I take another bite. I'm like trying to time my chewing, like ain't like every pause between words I chew.
But eventually they're over at the food table for a little while.
I'm gonna go poison.
I will. No, I will.
What?
What? Yeah,
I can put a rat tail on their food.
No.
I don't know what to
I
do.
was just gonna say, do we want to go down to the first floor to avoid having an awkward conversation with them that we don't want to have? Because I don't think they know anything that we know, but I don't want to have to chat.
I do like avoiding awkward conversations. Yes.
Sure. And it's
I pick up my food and take it with me.
my food's portable, and I.
As you're
hopefully-
starting to walk out, one of the attendants like, "Sir, please, no, just no food outside the hall, please."
Sleight of hand.
I just hand him the plate, anyways. Then I leave.
It's like, no, you can. Okay.
I seriously considered taking a big piece and sticking it in my mouth, but I wouldn't. So
I mean, that'd be fine, but
but I'm not going.
So I was gonna say I'm
It's just-
Wolverining
Okay.
the skewers right now. I just want to like trying to flip them in. In the
So you're actually trying to sleight of hand the skewers.
yeah.
Okay, go for it.
What's
Oh my
Brandon's-
gosh.
I'm untrained.
Oh, good luck.
Do have a
Okay.
thing. Well, no, I do. I did put a thing in it just so I could. Ooh, not terrible.
Okay. He definitely still sees that you do that. So, I mean, here, you know what? Maybe I roll shit.
You're gonna make him roll a perception.
Yes.
Nope.
He beat it.
Ah!
It was actually close though.
That was close.
Hey. Oh,
I saw that. Just you can finish them. There's no rush.
this is gonna be weird. I bite the skewers and I pull them off so all the food's in my hands. I go.
Do
And
that,
I drop.
You've got
drop the
food in
stick.
your hands,
Yeah.
and he's just, ugh.
I'm not with him. I know I'm with him, but I'm not with him. I'm gonna buy. And then I just like
Another-
start going down the stairs.
Like a female attendant is just like, sir, this is a formal event. What are you doing?
Embarrassing
be a
his
former
boss.
event.
That's what he's doing.
Ugh.
Got like sauce all over his hands. It's just-
I assume Silverhawk, Sherlhawk, is with me, and I so badly want to go and see if he'll,
Oh my god.
but I don't because Sam is not as chaotic as
Out
that.
of his mind.
Yeah.
Lavia, how do you handle the situation?
I finished my food at the seating place.
Okay.
I wait until
you stay
they keep
behind
moving.
for a bit.
Yes, because oh god.
Thank God we split the party.
Yep.
So Eli and Sam make their way back down to the first floor. Salami, you're sitting there eating.
Yep.
You notice as Lamal and Caden start walking back, they also seem to notice you and start to head towards your table.
Hope I can eat faster.
Run away.
Oh, they're definitely gonna make it to the table before you're like you're not like swallowing the skewers and silverware. Like,
Right.
give me a fortitude save. Come on, I can do it. Dumbest character death ever.
Lamia's
We'll have to
single attempt
roll.
at competitive eating ends in her
Would I have to roll
choking
to
on-
eat a fork?
Oh my god.
All right, next character is a sword swallower.
I was-
Got it.
I was about to say in response to what do I need to roll to eat a fork, the answer is a new character.
Sorry. That's a gold response, but now I really do want to make a bard whose performances are sword swallowing, and then as a bit do that with a fork. Like as a joke, go somewhere and be like, oh, and like there's no food, and just be like, oh, I see you placed the meal, excellent. Pick up the fork and just it's just like.
But what you do is you eat the fork, and then you start acting like you're choking, and you cough up a spoon.
Oh, I'm writing this down.
Yeah, you
I'm
better,
not kidding.
otherwise we'll
I'm
forget.
writing this down as an idea for a bard.
It's just his weird gimmick.
So
Oh,
yeah, they make it to where
Yes.
I'm eating.
So Lamal gets there. It's just, Lamia, you're here by yourself.
Right now I am. They decided to go back downstairs to wait for Clint.
Huh. You seem like fine company to us. You can come sit at the donut table if you'd like. Plenty of space. Better than eating alone.
You're not wrong. I guess I can do that. I still have a decent sized plate after all.
Besides, it's not costing you anything. You can always get more. Come on, it's right over here.
All right, thank you.
Caden's just... Hey,
Hi. I'm Lamia.
Caden Bruskbane. I'd shake your hand, but, you're eating.
Yeah, relatable.
Sure. He just walks over to the other table. Lamal actually waits for you to get there, walks with you. 'Cause I wasn't actually expecting you to come here. I'm assuming the others are here. You said they left?
They went downstairs, yeah.
Thought Clint already had a guest and a team.
Mm-hmm.
You guys just sightseeing? Living the
We're-
tourist experience?
We're here to cheer them on.
That'll be a lot harder outside of the scrying chamber.
Yeah, but our thoughts are with them.
True.
And prayers. Don't.
God.
I guess the thoughts can mean more if you're in closer proximity. Plus, you can welcome them when they get here to the finals.
Exactly.
Maybe they will. I am really curious, though. What made you all decide to switch up? I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all. It's made my betrothed very happy, and so I almost owe you guys something.
I wouldn't say you do. I'm glad she's happy too. We just needed to do something on the way, and we got that done, so we managed to get back here in time.
You get to the table as you're speaking. Caden is just standing there waiting. As you get there, he pulls your seat out for you.
Oh,
Pushes it in.
thank you. Definitely not used to that.
Just regular hospitality, Or
Still, thank you.
At least where I come from. He sits next to you, Lamal sits across from you. Caden just starts eating.
Yeah, Lamia's eating. Darn it, I want to say as fast as I can, but I can't do that because I know he's gonna want to talk. So, mid, level speech of I got something in my mouth. Wait a minute. Okay, what?
the
That kind
waiting
of.
thing. You see like a
Yes.
group of minstrels actually, makes their way in, moving over to like one corner where you can see like a small like raised stage is at, and they start like setting up instruments. Hello. Hi.
Doug?
That's
He's
a
pup?
boy.
Jax.
Come here, Sylvie. Come here. Come here.
He's a boy.
Come here.
Is it dog tax
Come
time?
here, Sylvie. Come here, bud. Come here. Come here. He is completely flopped.
No.
Let me see if
That's okay. He's
I can- see if I
pop.
can capture him.
Oh.
Come here, weirdo.
Double.
Come here.
Oh yeah, he's
Come here.
flopped. Dog
See?
tax has been paid.
Notice that, yeah, complete lack of movement. It's just
It's a good place for his couch, though.
Yeah.
And his bed is right next to it, which is where he was. Oh shit! I think I fucked up my camera though.
Ellie says good boy.
Oh, he's a very good boy when he feels like it.
Mm-hmm.
When he feels like it.
Okay. So you see some people setting up instruments. You're like pausing conversation as much as you can so you don't have to talk. Anyway, so Lamal takes like a few bites. You quickly learn, like, there is a bit of small talk that we'll skip, obviously. But you quickly learn that he's very adept at this kind of conversation, with taking like just small enough bites at the right time, and is always able to respond in the conversation. Like, you never catch him with his mouth full. It's a special talent. It's these guys.
Yeah,
Um,
that sounds like it.
And but after a bit of small talk, he says, there was a more personal matter, something I meant to ask about. Information gets around between servants and all sorts of people. I had heard some rumors that some...
Patrick, stop fidgeting with a scissor.
I will do what I want. I'm a grown man. I've heard a rumor.
That
It's
reminds
probably this is triggering
That's-
someone.
That's the meme of like, I'm a grown man, I can do this. Then it's just a guy crying, but in this case, it's you stabbing yourself with scissors.
Right? So,
Sorry.
but he says, I'll just cut to it. There's some rumors going around that somehow I upset Casimira. I haven't had a chance to talk to her, but I know you were there a little longer than I was, and you two bonded a little bit. Care to help me out on knowing what that was?
You left when she was really looking forward to your date.
Oh, so it was that. Okay.
Clueless man.
That's easier.
9/11.
That is a reason she was upset.
It is a reason, yes. Unfortunately, I do need a bluff check.
Oh,
It is
That's-
a believable lie because it's not really a
Yeah.
lie. It is just withholding information.
yeah. Honestly, that's just what I was thinking, though. But here we go. Okay, I rolled pretty high for me.
That's a pretty good check.
Unfortunately, I bet his sense motive is better.
I mean, 18 is really solid. I'll show you what
It's
his
not
sense
like
motive.
you're trying to hide kebabs in your shirt sleeves.
See! I knew it!
I mean, it was an 18
I
on the
did also
die.
just
You had
roll an
no
18
chance.
on
of
there,
that.
yeah.
You had no shot at an 18
No,
on the
yes,
die.
but still.
He goes, yeah, I guess that could be all of it then. Shame. Oh well. Time heals all wounds. I'll definitely have to talk to her. Really hope I get the chance before the end of all this. Who knows how many people are going to want to talk to her when she wins this thing. And she's going to win. We both know it, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Huh. I can't help but wonder, though, what was so pressing that you had to go and pivot off of the job Clint gave you. I mean, I imagine it was with his blessing, but
Yeah,
maybe it's
it
something I can help
absolutely
with.
was. No, it's finished, so it doesn't need any more help.
Fair enough.
But
I know you're not the talkative type. Oh, go ahead. He doesn't say
I will say, I do wish you the best of luck on, making her feel better.
Oh.
Have a great talk,
that. I appreciate that, Lamia. I hope we're not keeping you. I know your friends are waiting.
Probably, but am I done yet? No, I still have this one bite of little tiny pastry right here. I need to finish that.
Right, of course. Yeah, because we've been sitting here talking. It can be pretty difficult to eat and chat at the same time. I get it. I'll let you finish.
You seem to be pretty good at it, though.
Oh, when you have to run around in social circles among these types of people all the time, it's a skill you develop. And Caden says, or you just shut up and eat your food. His plate's empty. I know, that's your oh so subtle way of saying you want to go get more. Well, you don't need to wait for me. Says, I mean, I am supposed to, stick around in case something happens. This lady here looks pretty tough. I think she could take you, so I should probably stick to your side just in case. So, yes, and in the time it takes you to shovel a bunch of bread rolls on your plate, I'm going to put my foot in my mouth that hard. I think you'll be fine. Hayden doesn't go anywhere.
I don't blame him.
Alright, well, we're going to go get more food. If you disappear, that's fine. I won't consider it rude.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. I hope you get to talk to the rest of you before you leave or anything. Have a great rest of your day.
You too.
He walks away.
What neither of them know is if you
I finished the pastry and rush.
Mach 5, you don't have to worry about those two. Be quiet and eat, or eat while talking. You just eat as fast as I do, and then you sit around and wait for everybody else to be done.
But yeah, I rush off after. Okay, I say rush off, but I mean walk quickly, but not like run over people quickly.
You're not like sprinting to the door. It's like
You explain what happens. So he gets up and he starts walking. Caden gets up and is walking, and like you look over, probably like you see them heading away. Shove the roll in your mouth, and you're about to get up. And he goes, "Oh, hold on, Lami. Wait a moment." You see, some more people have walked in. You see a man about right about 5'10", perfectly groomed, like goatee, dark, very well kempt hair. It looks like it's not messy. It looks just a little bit tussled, but like completely manufactured. It's not like it just, oh, the wind blew my hair like this. I woke up this way. He very much has that air about him. Looks like he's probably in his late 30s, but just immaculately dressed. You see he's got a couple of different rings on his finger, one on his hand. One is obviously a very expensive wedding band. And I need to look at something here. Wrong place. I have lost where all of my maps are. There it is. But yeah, sorry. So you see he has like light brown eyes, and he's wearing on a patch on his shirt. You can see the Dorat House crest, which has like a raven on top of it and some other stuff. On his arm, this man, of course, he looks native Ulis. He's not particularly like dark skinned. You can tell he's like been outside, or at least enough to get a little bit of a like sun-kissed glow to him. But you can just tell by the features and things. Like he looks Ulis. The woman on his arm looks definitely more Thulian. Almost like just about actually the same height as him. so right about 5'10", just tall for a woman. And near shoulder length, kind of wavy blonde hair. The eyes, though, they're more of they're almost like a pinkish color, or like a fuchsia type tint. Clear hourglass figure draped with fineries. Also has a very large wedding band on her hand. And as they're walking in, you see that they're like some of the other people coming in they're just standing a few steps away from them. Like they have like this presence about them. They have their arms kind of looped together. The man just he's chuckling at something as they walk in. He goes, "Oh, there's our boy." And Lumal says, "Allow me just a second. My parents just came in. You should probably meet them. Why not?"
Okay. Inside, Lamia is doing the internal screaming.
As they walk over, we'll cut back to the first floor for a moment.
Oh
you guys definitely made it. You made it to the first floor.
Hooray, we made it to the first floor.
Lamia's having a panic attack. While you're down there, as soon as you get down there, as you're even getting to the bottom of the stairs, you hear there's some kind of commotion going on. It sounds like some people are clapping and cheering, and you get down there, and there's a circle of people over there near the big fiery hearth that's giving warmth throughout the room. There's this huge circle of people that was down there. Some of them are the attendants and other such. You can even see the receptionist guys over there also clapping along. Certain people was clapping and stomping and chanting and laughing, as in the middle of this circle is a dog that appears to be doing this weird dog dance, it's running in circles and hopping on both feet, and they're all just clapping and cheering it on. That's what's going on down there while Lamia panics.
I'm in on the dog dance all the way. I'm just insert sitting around eating popcorn meme. Just this is fantastic.
Hey, and the dog's just going.
Does there appear to be somebody in charge of this dog?
Sam about to steal somebody's dancing dog now.
Okay.
No,
you can see not next to the dog, but kind of step forward in the circle. You can see you see a shorter, kind of stocky woman who sort of kneeled down, and she's also clapping. But you can see that she's kind of making certain gestures a few different times as this goes on. She occasionally tosses something in, and the dog catches it in its mouth and keep doing his dance.
Okay, I was making sure this dog wasn't desperately trying to get somebody's attention because their owner fell down a well.
Lassie
doing a dance.
Lassie showing up, doing
clearly
an
orchestrated thing.
But everybody was just "Oh, great!" While Timmy's just drowning in a well.
But yeah, okay. No, that was my question. It was
they're in their 30s. They're rich, Ellie. They're very rich. They're gonna look pretty well done up. But sorry. So yeah, that's going on. We get down there, and Sam is looking concerned for a moment, and he sees, okay, there's an owner over there. After a little bit of that, she kind of hops up and starts dancing with the dog, and going in a little bit of circle, and people are super into it. That's what you guys agreed to.
I'm so glad I didn't stay upstairs.
So much jealousy right now.
You gotta see a dancing dog. It's fantastic.
But a few minutes pass of this, and eventually, the dance kind of dies down. They get a little bit tired, or the dog is getting a little bit tired, and everybody's just "Oh, it's a good boy, yeah." They're giving him pets, and people are giving him food, and I imagine that you guys might join in or whatever. But yeah, it's been a little while. You didn't think Lamia had that much to eat, and you've seen her eat. She doesn't take forever.
Right. I just want to say I definitely pet the dog. And one of the reasons that Pathfinder is sometimes, and TTRPGs are superior to video games, is that there is always a pet dog button. Every game that has dogs needs a pet dog button.
Agreed, absolutely.
And the ones that don't are infuriating to me. So yes. Pet the dog.
May as well not put dogs in there.
You can pet the dog in Baldur's Gate 3.
Good. Good.
Good.
Can't pet the cat though.
Good job, Baldur's
There are a bunch of
Gate
cat
3.
haters at Larian Studios.
Anyways.
You can kick the squirrel though.
You can.
It's violent.
You can kill
That,
rats.
for no reason, reminds me of, well, not for no reason, for a very obvious reason. My favorite thing about Fable is that you can just kick the chickens.
Yeah.
Chicken kicker.
Chicken chaser. But so yeah, it's been. I mean, it's not been like 20, 30 minutes or whatever. It's been like 10.
Should we?
You know.
I wonder if she didn't eat somebody, right? She didn't get like arrested.
You know, I feel like we would have heard about that by now. Maybe she just had to go to the bathroom or something.
I'm just kind of glancing back from Sherlock. I'm like, each time I'm like, I can't. Yeah, I can't
Trying
talk.
to figure out how to teach your hawk how to dance.
Well, no, I tried that before with Ginger. The best she can do is best she can do is a kind of a jig. Really, it's just her stepping from side to side, back and forth.
Okay. Yeah.
I would teach her how to tap dance, but she didn't have the hooves for it. You know,
That's. I was gonna say. If you put the right shoes on Nixie, he can do a little tap dance. Really, it's just him doing like a canter, but you just have him do it over like a loud surface with like good horseshoes on, and it makes the campy noises. It's not like an actual tap dance.
You always have to have a counter in there. You have your like your tango, you have your thing, and then you have your counter spell in with your routine.
So you guys are not going back upstairs.
No.
I was
we're
literally
enjoying the
thinking that
dog
that's what
and
that
making
was.
ridiculous statements about our animals.
Okay, Molly, roll initiative. I'm kidding.
Canters.
Before we go back upstairs to watch Lamia put her foot in her mouth, can we take a break? Because it's 9:45.
Hey, we can all use the bathroom at the same time now.
You guys can, unless Molly needs to.
Yeah.
Scrubs.
I mean, in theory, we
Get
can. I
a
can just run out the back
water
door.
bottle, Patrick.
But yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you also
Fine.
need water.
I
Yeah.
don't need water. I'm not human. I can survive. But yeah, we'll take 5.
We'll be
We'll
right,
be right
back,
back,
everybody.
and then we'll cut over to see what Lamia is up to again. You'll be fine.
No, I won't.
Baseline.
They demolished that
Baseline.
house. They demolished that house in like 2001, I want to say, because it took them more than a year to build.
I left my door open. Oh well. Y'all can deal with the Barbie poster.
All
I
right.
can't tell what it is.
Yeah, I thought it was
Pink.
something else.
A
Now
red
covering up the
poster with
keyboard.
stuff on it.
Oh, excuse me. Gosh. It just snuck up on me.
So Lamia,
Yeah.
so you're up there with a roll stuffed in your mouth. The two heads of the Modric hearth both walk over. Tressa regards you for just a moment. She smiles as soon as when you actually look at her. They don't sit down; they just kind of walk over, and they stand far enough away, like to give you your space. And there's like an awkward pause there.
Okay. Yeah, Lamia finishes what rolls in her mouth and takes like a little bow and says, hello, I am Lamia.
Will met Lamia, says V-School. He's the husband. He gives just a very slight bow. V-School Dorats of Horth Modric. And I believe you work for Mr. Wasif.
Yes, sir, that is correct.
Yes, you were the ones hired for with you were going to do the thing and you opted out. Things happen, but it's good you're here. Always good to see some things of cultural relevance for people. Yes.
I always love learning about my country, so.
Where? And as he starts saying like where, and Lumal cuts and says, "Oh, they're down on the first floor." We just found her up here eating and invited her to the table. Just friendly conversation. I just know you all hadn't met. Lami is an absolute peach of a person. She and Casimira sparred a bit, actually. Casimira speaks highly of her. Like, oh, friends, that's good. So you're friends with Casimira then? Yeah, you're practically part of the family soon.
Well, I like to think I'm good friends with her anyway.
Tressa speaks up and says, well, I had to do a bit more than simply be friends to be part of the family. But no matter. Friends are good. I very much like the concept of the heart. The hearts of the English culture it appeals to me. It's not bound by blood.
It's very
as
true.
many things are. But do not let us keep you. It is good to meet you. Tressa Dorat. I shouldn't be rude. She holds a hand out to shake yours.
Oh, damn it. She'll bow. Lamia will bow again, and not subtly. As gently as possible, take her hand. You know, because Lamia's a little bit stronger, so she doesn't want to accidentally do anything, and shakes.
Crush it.
Roll me a will save real quick, Lamia.
Will save?
Yes.
Fuck me! I knew it. I knew it.
You don't even know what's happening.
Oh, okay.
Yo,
Alright. I feel a little better now.
that's a saving throw.
That is a saving throw.
Which means the 20 is not a success.
Hooray. See, you
I mean,
can't
that's
be
as
upset
best.
before you
That's
roll.
as best as I could get. So I feel
Yes.
Yeah,
It is
that
the
is
best
that
as
is
you
how
can
that
get.
is how the dice work now.
there is no 21 on the die. So
What a world if there was.
you reach out to shake her hand. In that moment, for just a second, there's this sense of trust. You feel kind of just that simple shake of a hand, like, man, this is a really good, honest, trustworthy person. Probably someone you could share any details of your life, of whatever's going on. They would have great advice. Like, there's so much wisdom in her eyes. You feel that for a moment, and it just kind of it all slips away. There's like a nope, okay, I'm thinking crazy. It doesn't hit you that like, oh, I've been charmed by magic or anything. There's just like a nah, that's crazy talk. She's just some rich, pretty lady. Whatever. I've seen those before. I think. But you definitely feel that when you shake her hand. Give me a sense motive.
Okay, that I have a little better chance at. Not a lot better, but a little. No.
Okay. She just pulls her hand away from yours when you guys shake hands for a moment. Oh, excuse me. She says, your friends are on the first floor, yes?
Yes, ma'am. I'm on my way down there now.
As a fellow business owner, we had some questions for Mr. Eli. Do you think he would mind if we came to pay a visit?
I'm sure he wouldn't. He'd probably like it better if, like, an arrangement came in place, you know, time and place kind of deal, but...
But there's no... this is quite a good environment for this, you know. Lots of people make these sort of arrangements. It's a part of the event.
If you say so, then it must be true.
Simply, is he very busy or doing something on the first floor that we should not interrupt?
Not at this moment when I know they were heading downstairs. I don't know if something happened since then, but...
Cut to us seeing the dancing dog going, oh!
Right. Very busy indeed.
Mission sick! Okay.
Wow. Well, Visco, you and I have already eaten, so perhaps Lamia would be a dear and take us to her boss.
Oh, I suppose I can do that.
He smiles. You are right, she's very polite. Misko says, whatever you want, dear. I see no reason not to speak with him. Do you think it would be difficult to get maybe a space for this conversation? If they're already in this room, maybe they don't want to come back. We could consider them maybe our guests each. Yes? We don't need passes. So, that would work. Yes. Alright, yes. Let's speak to Eli, and we can find a space somewhere on this tower to have a more private conversation, since that would be more comfortable for him.
Oh, okay.
Leads the way.
Alright, Lamia starts heading down, wishing with all of her heart and soul, like, okay, if there's any time for Alduin to suddenly have a connection to any of us, please tug on him or something dumb like that. But otherwise,
having no magic powers, you walk downstairs.
Yep.
You can hear some kind of commotion downstairs. For the other two of you, now that you're down there, a different event has happened. The dog is tired. He and his owner are now sitting down, and he's getting pets, and you guys can like. He's open to.
What the dog doing?
He's getting pets, laying down.
But something else has happened. There are two kind of young ladies are both doing like a tandem juggling act, but they're just having people who are watching just like toss stuff in for them to also juggle. So there's like a stool, there's like a sheathed dagger. They have, since you've been watching, have started juggling the sheath and the dagger separately. Neither of them like getting cut or anything, so there's like an element of danger. They've just got like just all sorts of stuff now going in this like thing, and they're like kind of walking past each other and just doing the whole thing. They're always like throwing money at them. They're just kind of showing off. I think it's fun. So people are cheering and clapping and like suggesting more stuff. Lamia, you get down and you see that this crowd has formed around this couple of juggling, probably sisters or something.
I was trying to think of if throwing soap would be an asshole move or not. Like, squeak! Shit.
Straight into the fire.
No, my soap. I also want to keep my soap, so I don't want to do that.
I also want to keep my soap. Oh,
keep
man.
my soap.
That's a gold line right there. Is I also want to keep my soap.
I lost my soap to a pair of juggling sisters.
A juggling acrobat in 12. What?
So what
First
are
off, that's not an odd.
Sam
What are
doing?
you talking about, you crazy old man?
So what are Eli and Sam doing?
I'm just watching. I'm enjoying the spectacle of people juggling something that I am not nearly coordinated enough to do.
I'm trying to figure it out. Like, you just, I have a potion bottle in my hand. I'm like, and it just looks like me moving a potion bottle. Yeah,
I know IRL we've had this conversation, but there are a few things more interesting than watching someone be excellent at something.
Yeah.
Like they're really good at. So I'm very engaged in enjoying people being excellent at something.
How do they do that? They look at them and go, how do they do that?
You guys are just watching. Lamia, I'm guessing you're approaching to introduce the folks. Just before they get there, between the two of you, one of the sisters each like kind of winks at you, does like a spin, and then like catches a bunch of things at once, and they give a bow, and then Lamia.
Big clap.
Hey, Eli, Sam.
Sure, Hawk.
Make a breeze in here. What you doing?
Wow, squawk. He just wants to be part of the show.
Don't juggle the bird. Anyways,
Yeah.
This is I didn't write his name down because I didn't want to butcher it.
Viscool.
Viscool.
Here, it's good.
You look neat.
Thank
you
you.
look very viscool.
There they
I
are.
don't know about that one.
Yeah.
I do. It was bad. So,
What do you want to build first, the school or the Tressa?
Funny enough, I spelled Tressa right.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
feel like
that's the easy one. Okay, go ahead.
Eli, this is Sir Viscool and Lady Tressa. They had questions for you.
I do a flourishy style bow, whereas if I had a hat, I would have taken it off and like used it as part of the thing, but I don't have a hat. But anyways, very formal style bow. Like just stand up. Pleasure to meet you.
Likewise. She like lays a hand on Viscool's arm. She says he also bows and says, "We wanted to just a conversation with you. You're one of the few noteworthy businesses springing up in the last few years in Saigon, especially someone who has entertained this same kind of industry we look in. I know you got the offer that was made, and of course no hard feelings for rejecting it, but if you would be open to it while you, I assume, wait for your patron, maybe we could have another discussion."
I mean, if it's about selling,
No,
yeah, I'm afraid it's going to go nowhere.
not.
But if it's about anything else, sure.
No, of course not. I take you as a man of your word. You've put your foot down already. I would not challenge that and disrespect you that way.
Oh. No, Sam just realized who they are.
Okay.
You didn't recognize Lavia's petrified. Just
That's funny.
I just assumed that,
Frozen.
you've been
Well,
around people.
all right, fair.
So like, wait, buying some business.
Yeah.
In that regard, we should be able to get you into some of the other floors. There's a study in the 6th floor that has a few separate rooms, nice tables, refreshments. This would be a good spot for it.
I mean, I was told we were only allowed to be on the 1st and 5th. I don't want to go anywhere I'm not supposed to be.
All we have to do is say that you are, in the moment, our guests. It will not interfere with Clint's business. You are with us.
All right.
Narrow eye, the Batman squint.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you guys head up. Make it all the way up to the 6th floor. Just past the grand hall that you've already been in. You can, at this point, as you're passing, you can hear that there is a minstrel performance going on. Some famous Ulis singers in there, as well as a symphony of instruments playing. You mostly only hear that. There's like a little bit of just like foot traffic type noises, but it sounds like a lot of people are just listening and paying attention to the performance. But you pass that up to a much quieter floor, the 6th, second to last floor, in fact, because there's 7 total. This one does have a door. What, Panda? You keep doing
Sorry.
the sus look.
I'm watching Dave's screen, and it goes dark, and then like brightens up, and then it goes dark.
Because whatever's on his screen, yeah.
Yeah, I know, but that's what
it's
like,
when I pull my notes up too, and it gets way brighter because the notepad is white. Yeah, like I just did, and then
It does
like,
it gradually, though. It's not like that.
It's
Like when I
because Zoom is trying to filter out the fact that the light just suddenly changed, so it's doing that.
Because he's in a
Yeah.
darker background.
It is straight up that I like pull up my notes, it's white, and it brightens my face up, and then Zoom's trying to contrast it, so it does like that. And then I just
I
closed
apologize.
It and it got
My
darker.
ADD noticed something, and I went,
Yeah, it does it a lot actually.
I'm like, only focus on this thing. Ignore everything else.
But yeah, so you get there. There's the doors get open. You can see that it kind of reminds you of like like a college library where they have like the study rooms and such. There's like there's like a hallway that goes through, and there's like a few just little separate rooms. And there's like a lot of books and things. It can't do the thing where it's like the library downstairs. You go up to the study hall. It's all in one floor.
You mean my napping room at UCO? By which I mean the entire library. They had big cushy chairs that were in the front in that study area where they had tables. And I would just set an alarm, put my headphones in, and sleep in the library between classes.
Makes sense. But it's kind of like that. So they walk through. You see there's a few people in them. These don't look like young students. These are like older scholars that are in these rooms. It's just some kind of look up and go back to what they're doing. You pass one room that is all of them. Like most have wooden fixtures and things. You pass one that appears to be like layered in stone. It's like completely empty. There's like no furniture or anything in there. And you see a guy in there who seems to be focusing, and what appears to be a smaller ape just like appears in the room in front of him in like a flash of light. He like gets this big grin on his face, like kind of pumps his fist, and he starts like, you can't hear what he's saying. He's like kind of trying to talk to it and stuff, and it's like looking at him, like scratches its head, and he like get really excited. About like 6 seconds later, right before you're completely past it, it disappears. He's like, he's super excited. But apparently the room is soundproof, but there's like a window.
All
but you
right.
pass that.
Yes, man. Ape
Cast his
romance.
first level summon monster.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
But so you pass that. They don't even seem to take notice. Go ahead.
Sorry, this is gonna be silly. Can I tell what kind of ape it is?
Sure, give me a knowledge nature.
Does the ape live in a forest?
Oh my god. You
Andrew,
live in
you
a
already did
forest.
one
It is an
tonight.
animal,
Yeah,
which
I know.
is your favorite enemy.
Yeah, that's true. That's a 21 total. So the favorite enemy is
you would-
just 4.
You think this was probably a very young gorilla?
Oh.
Very, like a not a baby, but a very, very young one.
Interesting.
Man, an adolescent of
And-
gorilla still rip your arm off, so.
Yeah.
Which you're pretty damn sure are not native to Setsegi, especially not here.
Where did you get that Harambe from? No,
Oh my god.
Haram baby.
You mean the beginning of the decline of Western civilization? Yeah.
Yeah. No, gorillas have been
me,
renamed in this campaign.
that just
Gorillas are what they
happened.
were called, before the Starken Night.
Oh my
And
god.
now they're called Harambes. No.
So you guys get to a room. They'll turn into one that's like right before it opens up, and there's like all these books and things everywhere. Viscal will open the door for you all. Tressa waits, lets you guys enter. They come in behind you. Not like guards or anything with them. In fact, you saw that they did have like a detail with them that like kind of peeled off as you guys were going upstairs. They just sort of like waved them off. So you guys go get in there, have your different seats. You guys probably sit on one side of the table, they sit on the other.
Oh. There's a part of Lamia that doesn't want to sit down, but I guess if we're all sitting down, we'll sit down.
It's up to you guys.
I'm gonna sit down.
Okay, then yeah. It just takes one person.
So they're
I'm gonna flip it
sitting.
around backwards and sit down.
They sit in the chairs close
cool
to the
guy.
Cool
door.
guy.
Because they're like, let you go in, like file in first, and they take the chairs closer to the door.
Is there a window?
In this room, there is no window.
Oh, good. Okay, cool.
Yeah, no escape. You
Yeah,
can't jump out.
yep.
No escape.
And so you guys get there, and Viscal says, "Is interestingly peaceful here. I don't know how they managed to get the rooms to block so much noise. Can't hear anything from the outside. We saw that man do the summon, but no noise.
Yeah, it's quite a feat. I'm gonna just blanketly assume it's magic, but it could be something else. Who knows?
I think it's really more to do with the structure, or maybe the type of wood. Professor says, it's not magic. We thought it was at first, but no. This place is carved from a very old tree. One, I don't think it ever had a name, but this tree was a very sacred thing for the English people. Many years ago, during the Starken Night, in fact. I don't recall the events that led up to it, but the tree was killed. It did die, and it caused a very terrible plague to break out in the land for some time. A very long string of events led to it finally, the blight being cured, and the tree being brought back to life. Something to do with the cycle, I believe. A symbolic connection to rebirth. But my history of this place is a bit rusty. All of that being said, there were no spells cast on it, but I would not be surprised if it had many supernatural effects.
Something to definitely take a look at if I had the time. It's quite fascinating.
Soundproofing of convenience.
Well, I just meant a structure that can have supernatural style effects without any magic being cast on them. Any kind is incredibly fascinating to me. I find that magic adjacent, and supernatural but non-magical events, occurrences, and abilities are some of the most fascinating things that have happened all across this wonderful land that we live in.
Of course. You're a very learned individual, for one who came into magic instinctively.
It was a part of my life before the magic was, obviously. Tutelage and training were first, and then magic showed up. As much as I was born with magic in my blood, it didn't, show itself until a little later in my life.
Of course. As the awakening, as they call it. I've seen many. There's a place in Songguk that specializes in nurturing people who have these innate talents. A tower much like this, smaller.
Oh, I believe I've heard of it, the Iron Tower. Yeah, I've heard tell of it. I believe my old teacher actually was there for a time.
And she looks at Visco and says, speaking of this teacher, that's actually his... There's an element of that in this conversation we wanted to have with you, Mr. Wasif. You see that man, supposedly he disappeared many years ago. Suddenly stopped coming out of his house, or out in the east in Garga. And when the people went in to try and figure out what was going on, or what was going on with these, well, relatively reclusive men. Hold on. The headphones died.
Oh. Fix that.
Quick, you too can subscribe to our Patreon and listen to the ramblings of a madman who is me. Don't sleep to this podcast. Yeah, don't sleep to it. That's weird. I'll say things, and they may enter your dreams and cause weird things to happen. Like, oh no, you're now the octopus is trying to get you. It is trying to overthrow the matriarchy that
He's also
the women's
been reading
society.
fan fiction. That's pretty great.
The the female octopuses run the octopus world. You're scared of them.
Anyway, he said okay. We're good.
Yeah, no.
No, I was just gonna say we also do a Patreon hangout once a month that you can also get to, which is a lot of fun. We inflict terrible movies upon Patrick. We play games. We do lots of other stuff. That's a good thing to be part of. And because we said that, I'm gonna link our Discord. And in our Discord, we have a cool area where we have links to all of our different stuff, including the Patreon page.
Are we ending the session? What's happening?
No.
No, we're just filling time.
When your thing died, he immediately went to an ad for our Patreon. So I also just wanted to put a stamp on that and then stick a thing in the chat about our Discord.
Okay.
So
Sorry, caught me off guard. Fucking headset just died. Headset. Headphones. When people went inside this manor to go and find him, they found none of his servants. Nothing like that. Something very terrible happened in that place and to it. No one seems to know what. Except I imagine that you might.
I, unfortunately, don't know anything that occurred once I left that place.
Of course not. But what about en route to leaving?
We got attacked by a book. That's about all I remember.
Right. Yes. He looks at Teresa and says, the reason we ask is there have been rumblings of requests through different channels we have. The place needs to be dealt with. It has become, frankly, it has become cursed. A blight to the very city it is within.
I do, in character, that almost cough chuckle when he says it's become cursed. Sorry, I do that. It's become cursed now. Okay. Sorry, continue. Probably continue.
Teresa continues. She says, yes, it is now a blighted domain in the very city it sits in. The malevolence born in that manor has seeped out of it and into the surrounding area. There have been deaths and disappearances, all very funny, I'm sure.
Sorry. Oh, no, it's funny because that place was cursed long before this happened. That's why it was funny. It has not become cursed. The curse is spreading.
Apologies for assuming your character. But it has been brought to our attention it's a very serious matter. So, we've done some digging. Some of it, I will admit, I don't think you would approve of, but it is nothing we have made public of your identity and background, because we don't believe in merely spreading people's business all over the place. But perhaps you could enlighten us as to more of the events that happened inside, so that our agents can more easily deal with this problem.
I'm afraid I don't have much to enlighten you with. There's not a ton I know about what all happened or what occurred afterwards. There was a large explosion of magic, I'd like to say is probably the right word. And everything started trying to kill me. And so I hightailed it out of there.
There was a large explosion of magic.
There was indeed.
And you don't know the cause.
I'm assuming it was something that my former master was researching or working on. He often dabbled in high-level conjuration magic, and not all of that was well controlled.
Bluff check.
Yeah.
I mean, all of that statement is true.
That that's not the cause.
I'm hiding information. I know. That's
Yeah.
why. It's because I'm concealing information.
Absolutely.
Oh no!
Oh, it was almost
17.
great.
Yep.
Ugh.
Mr. Vasif, there's more to this story.
There's more to every story. But
there's more that you know. You could help a
perhaps.
lot of people by filling us in. It'd be easier if perhaps you could write it down.
Nah, see, you never put anything in writing, first. And secondly, I frankly find it concerning in multiple ways. One, how much you already know. I feel like you shouldn't have to ask these questions. And two, why do you have so many people active in Gurga on the brink of a war? Like, these two countries are on the brink of war. It's a little concerning to me that you have so many people active in Gurga. Like, can you fill me in on what's going on there? Because I don't want to contribute to anything that could upset the political balance that we're currently experiencing. As you said, I don't want to affect many people negatively. I'd like to be positive as much as possible. And contributing
I do a
to
sense motive
international
to see
strife
if they're getting upset at Eli's question.
Sure.
is low on my to-do list.
Get no particular sense one way or the other.
Okay.
You know what I think it was? I think it was the Sturmhausen. That's what I think it was. I think it was
It was
legendary.
not the bloody storm chicken.
I'm just saying. I've seen it.
The Stormhashen is a myth. That is an old wives' tale. They tell to children to get them to sleep. What is not a myth is...
I'm just trying to deflect the conversation.
Yeah. There are a lot of people getting hurt by this. So in the interest of that, I will reveal to you some of our business. It does take place in Garga, under the same banner of our hearth. However, there are much more powerful entities in this land that know of this. In fact, the Windspear herself is here at this tower event. She is full well aware, the heads of the war from this side, full aware of our dealings. We will help the people. We will not be helping either government. We are private. Through and through, neutral party.
Well, take your word for it. But there are plenty examples of private companies making not so neutral decisions that affect countries greatly in history. But you know, on good faith, that's fine. So, listen, there was a summoning circle of some kind, large energy. It went uncontrollable, and then all of that energy seeped into the surrounding area of the building. And like I said, books flying at my head, tables trying to eat me. It's pretty what's the word I want? Wackadoo? That's not the word I want, but that's all I'm gonna say.
Harrowing?
No, doesn't matter. The point is that the energy direction of a circle was not properly aligned, and so all of the energy that was supposed to go into the summoning went into the building, basically.
And do you have any idea what was being summoned?
You know, this was several years ago, and I know that we were attempting to summon some kind of what was it? Man, I'd have to go watch my video. What was that thing?
It was like a low
I don't think
level...
I was
actually
trying
told
to
you
summon-
100% if I don't remember right.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly. I don't think
I
he
don't
told
remember.
exactly.
Like
what
you
it
were
was.
supposed to have an image in your head, but he didn't tell you exactly.
Yeah, but it was there was some shadow creature thing I was trying to work with or something, but I don't remember. So yeah, I'll just say that. So we were summoning like a shadow entity or something along those lines, because my magic is based in Shadow Realm, and I wasn't giving him the full picture. My master often did that. He never gave me all of the details to his work. He just expected me to supply what was needed. In many ways, I was more like a battery than an apprentice.
This school will chime in as is. In the master, was known to be quite powerful magic user.
He was.
Full Tertian man trains at the Arcane Academy.
From what he told me, yes.
Much as my dear here was. Just smiles, kind of squeezes his arm. Why would he... Was this like a training exercise? There shouldn't have been anything you could summon he couldn't.
So, he did a lot of experimentation and things. Again, he was a big fan of not providing me all of the information and expecting me to fulfill a task that he set for me. As I said, he used me often more as a battery than as an apprentice. In this case, I believe we were working, again, my memory's not super clear on this event, and trauma makes memory hard, but we were working on summoning something as a next stage up for a project for me, but also he was using it to tune or fine-tune a specific style of conjuration circle.
Interesting. What an ambitious old man.
But he
What
certainly
happened?
was that. I don't know. Last I saw, he was lying on the floor, and I ran out of there.
You open the door.
It's over at Tressa. I don't believe most of it, but he hasn't actually lied. It's very good. You would make, well, I shouldn't say that. You would probably make a very good business owner. You know how to talk around subjects. Look, you're trying not to incriminate yourself, we understand. I think he's given us plenty. Which is... certainly. Well, Mr. Vasif, I thank you for veiling your hostility so well and working with us. This could help a lot of people. Shall we go on to other matters?
Right, continue.
Wunderbar.
Lamia's been screaming in her head this entire time, just so everybody knows.
Have I heard anything?
Have I heard anything? Oh my gosh.
I
hope not.
What's that buzzing noise?
What is that weird, just little static noise that you hear?
Is that like a fire alarm or something?
DBZ bridge just yelling from miles away.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Daddy?
Oh my god.
Cool. So you say yes. I need everyone to roll will saves.
Alright.
No!
Willity will.
At -2.
No.
Then it's a 0!
You can still roll another nat 20. Oh, somebody did.
Good for Samuel.
Come
I hate
on.
everything.
Modifier thing. There we go.
Was it
What's it fun to do it?
against
That was my
fear?
It was not
Oh.
against fear, no.
Okay.
You didn't do the -2, Sam?
Yes, I did.
But I-
Oh, he did.
Well, Sam rolled a nat
I
20.
was gonna
doesn't
say,
matter.
I did.
Okay.
I were saying it didn't because I just
Yeah,
wrote.
it doesn't matter if he rolled a nat 20. It's save. So,
Good old nat
Do
20.
you want me to re-roll and add that -2 in?
nah. Nah.
Oh, Lamia's so doomed.
Okay. I mean, nothing immediately happens or anything. You guys
Listen,
aren't,
I had a
like,
nascent.
zombified or whatever.
I was gonna say, yeah, I had a nascent trying to walk me into a pool of water. I'm not afraid of this lady.
Yeah, I had a toilet. I had a
you should say
turlet
that.
ghost come at me.
Yeah, I had
I had a
turlet
big
ghost.
tiger try to eat me in a dream.
The turlet ghost. Anyways,
Anyway.
Funny you should say that.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Of course.
But no, it's not a toilet ghost. She
Is
says
she the toilet ghost? No.
she looks
What
like she
is this?
starts to speak, looks at you, Eli, for a moment, and then Lamia. And she kind of squints at you, Sam. You get just like the faintest hint of frustration from her gaze when she looks at you, Sam. 2 out of 3 isn't bad. You met an entity in that mine.
What mine? You have to be more specific. I've been in lots of mines.
The the one that belongs to Clint. You killed a scrag.
Ooh.
You are
We killed
tough.
him? I didn't see that part. I just made him blind.
One of you did.
Good job, guys.
Lamia starts singing.
I very much was just like, good job, guys, because I didn't see them kill it, obviously. I knew it
Yeah,
was
you didn't know it stopped moving.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't kill that. It's still down there. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Go say hi to it. No, yeah, good job. guys. This is what
Lamia
I'm
starts sinking down in her chair as though that will stop anything.
Interesting.
saying.
Well,
Can I do a knowledge arcana, by the way, to see if she used like a spell or if this is like an ability or something, like to check kind
Sure.
of what she did just now? Because obviously
yeah.
she
you didn't
a
see
thing.
like a movement or anything, so it's like, oh shit. Hold on.
Listen here, roll 20. Sorry. It just like refreshed or something without me telling it, so my character sheet closed. Let me try that again.
Of course.
Try that again. Knowledge arcana,
Yes, Marshmallow is
Yeah.
dead, Ellie.
Yeah.
right? So is the marshmallow that was in Panda's coffee cup.
Yeah. Yeah, he's... Rest in peace, coffee cup marshmallow. If he wasn't dead, he'd be floating right now on a sea of coffee.
I usually use it pretty quickly then.
Yeah, it would.
21. So
Oh, I was gonna have a big mark.
no detect thoughts is a spell.
Yeah.
And things can force telepathy on you, but she's not using telepathy, but it does, just based on like the way she's looking, shit for you, you've probably had your former master do this to you, and you recognize just that look of kind of searching through one's own mind for a moment. She seems much more adept at staying present while doing so than he was. Because normally, the way that you understand it is like, it can be kind of overwhelming, so it can be kind of hard to like talk and engage while you're also reading surface thoughts or like probing deeper. She doesn't seem to have that problem, and she also didn't speak verbal components or somatic, so either she's a creature that can do this naturally,
Yeah.
or is just a very powerful caster. Hard to say which. You are in luck. Very good luck. You found yourselves in a position to make a lot of money. And repel some of the ill will that maybe you have gained from certain corporations. Driscoll says, I wouldn't call it ill will. The man stood his ground. I think we will respect that. Respect can come with many things. There's a part that cannot read. Unfortunately, this entity that you met with, what was its name?
Greg.
Did you say Greg?
I thought he said
Greg.
Frank.
We met old Greg. Anyways, no, that's what I heard. Hold on. Sorry. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but you're gonna have to be more specific about entity, because we met with a couple weird things on this trip that could be considered an
Like
entity.
3.
Do you mean the statue bloke, or the like doppelgangery bloke?
The statue
Or the-
broke.
Ah, okay, got it. Vladimiri, no, yeah, that was it, wasn't it?
Lamia is now down on the ground, covering her face.
For some reason that was hidden from me.
He took a peep around in my noggin as well. You're very good at it, by the way. That might be why, or it could possibly be that we attempted to erase him from existence, so it's much harder to like get a grasp on the name.
Visco, did you hear that? He's... Oh, they were the ones who did it. Oh no. You drowned them. All of those souls. Oh my goodness. Well, he is not happy with you.
I imagine he wouldn't be.
He was kind of a dick, though.
I was gonna say that's a street that goes both ways, unfortunately for him.
Yes. Well, you're in an unfortunate situation here. If anything should happen to you now, it would be very difficult to explain away. So we will keep things civil. Oh, Lamia. You should relax. You are perfectly safe.
Alamia's still screaming in her head.
You can just scream out loud, you know.
Yeah.
His rolls are soundproof. That's literally what I say. I turn to her and say that.
Don't.
I mean, I might be annoyed with you after a minute.
Yeah.
But I will.
You are perfectly safe. You are with 2 out of the 3 most powerful people in this tower. And none of them mean to harm you.
Mm-hmm.
At least not today.
I don't know how I'll feel tomorrow.
Sam.
Oh, he's funny.
With
I
the
like this
dub,
one.
man. Oh, gosh.
It's a shame. we
Look,
don't
I'm
have
gonna
a
hold
daughter.
that she can't read my mind for a while.
It's a shame we don't have a daughter. Lumal is... She pauses, eyes away. There's a few more things you can do for us that I suspect you wish not to, but allow me to make an attempt to make it worth your while. Since your master is still alive,
Oh, like arch an eyebrow. I'd be like, sure about that?
certain.
Wow.
Far
I'm
more
amazed he
certain
hasn't
than
tried to,
you.
like, strangle me or something.
In fact, it may be easier to say he is something adjacent to alive. Adjacent to many things. He has transformed. And I intend to find out into what. Go ahead, sorry.
Like a Vitaling? It's German for butterfly.
Just different. There's more to gain, more knowledge to gain on this matter. But given what happens between the 2 of you, I imagine there are much more personally difficult and strenuous feelings between you.
I mean, I would say there's nothing personally difficult or strenuous about it. He's not dead. He should be.
Well, at least in one direction, I imagine there is animosity.
More of a Jonas Brother fan. One Direction. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
I know. I got it.
it.
I'm staring at you
Just
because I
shaking
can't believe you
my
made.
head.
I can't. What am I saying? I can believe you made that joke.
You can believe it.
I can. I don't
Believe it.
want.
I
don't
can't
want-
believe
I
it's
don't-
not butter. That's just how my brain works. I apologize.
Ma'am, what
All
is
right.
it?
New kill list. It goes Sam, then Master, then this lady, and then maybe her husband if I have time, and then the Grand Caliph just because, and then
Right? Interrupt that session. We're like, hey, we're here to take over.
Hold
Like,
on,
what?
I'm gonna kill this guy. Why? I don't know.
It's on my list.
Yeah, I wrote a list.
Ooh, that guy's on your team and he's higher. I bet I could kill him days.
We are tagged ADHD for a reason, Ellie, yes.
Yeah,
that's
very
true. That's
You were trying to say
100%
something,
true.
Molly?
Ma'am, what is it that you want us to potentially do?
Statue that you found. Vladimir. It was my
Oh.
ancestor who built it.
Scrub.
You actually say that?
God damn it, I really want to though!
I'm gonna ask!
No, because Sam's not.
We'll keep risking those nat 20s.
Oh Jesus!
No, Sam wouldn't do it.
He built many statues much like it. But it is a strange avenue of information. things you can't simply ask around about or even read someone's mind and take it. It is protected. A certain deity that wishes secret things to remain secret. It seems you have gained her favor in some ways. So, I instead offer to take care of this problem with your ascended former whip holder.
It was a cane.
Symbolism stays. I doubt you would want to be caned by him now.
I mean, he's
Allow
probably
us to take care
stronger.
of the problem.
Yeah, you're a little bit stronger, right? Probably.
We will get rid of that entity for you. We will commit as much of Heart Modric's resources to ensuring that it never becomes a problem on your doorstep again. If you run a simple errand for us. It will require you to go back to that mine. I will need you to carry a piece of the statue to me.
Yes, I'll handle my own demons. Thanks, though.
I thought you might say that. Well, instead, unfortunately, this meeting has gone very poorly. Viscals, yes. Oh well. Sometimes it's easier to remain enemies, though, isn't it? It's refreshing.
I mean,
Don't you
you're the one
think?
who said we're enemies. I never did.
Ah, come now, don't be coy.
I'm not being coy. You're the one who made all of the problems. I was fine just being a business owner. I never intended to set out to aggravate you in any way, shape, or form, nor be enemies. That's you guys.
But intent is not a necessary reality. It's a dream. We are enemies now.
Thanks to
suppose
you and your
once-
actions.
Sure, fine. Yeah, I think we accept that. We do. It's just that it's the reality now, and we can choose to embrace it and enjoy it, or I suppose live in fear.
Oh, living in fear of what? We live in a world of magic. Reality is malleable.
Some of you are afraid.
I hate this
We'll
conversation.
settle for that for now. Oh, dear. He points at you, Lamia. She just shakes her head. Can't help with that one. Sorry, dear. She gets up.
Okay.
Well, I suppose that is enough of our meeting, unless you had questions.
You have a better offer than just that you're going to fight somebody that I'd rather kill myself? Because that was a pretty lame duck offer.
Oh, just slinging insults now.
No, I mean it, really. You barked up the wrong tree. If it was something like getting the thingy that you just mentioned out of her, that would have been more of a deal we can make. But trying to take care of a problem that I would much rather beat to death with a stick myself is not the best way to approach it. I think you gauged your shot wrong. That's
Well,
all
I
I'm saying.
suppose
I'm trying to
maybe-
give you a secondary shot at this.
Maybe we just overestimated your compassion, because a lot more people than you are in danger.
Oh, I understand that, but you don't realize that I'm going to take care of that man. Since you've told me something that I didn't know, and thank you for that information, it's my problem and I'll fix it.
Sure. Viscal says, why not? I like that he's embracing it. He's becoming abrasive. Now don't talk down to him now. Fine. If I get what I want, there is a very strong chance I'll have more work for you involving these statues. You see, that is my interest. Vladimir particularly. But the statues my ancestor built have a very special place in my personal history. And if I am in control of them, they may have less power over you and those you care about.
Well, that is a very tempting offer. See this? This is much better, and I appreciate your offer. I will have to decline this one because, as you mentioned, that a certain deity that is not a big fan of things becoming unsecrets, as scary and as powerful as you are, and I will give you that, she's a little more terrifying. Also, do you want this mirror? No. Sorry.
I thought about it.
No, because again, can't be a high profile person or whatever. But also, this lady's
she'll probably just.
You studied at the Arcane Academies. You know well of the Sphinxes, and I'd rather not be on the bad side
crazy
of any of the three of them.
You make friends with some gods, you make enemies of others.
There's a old saying has to do with, riding the horse you came in on, and that's kind of where we're going at this point.
Interesting. Well, I suppose I can respect that decision. She looks at the school again. Okay. Yeah, I think we're done then. Best of luck, Mr. Eli. We will not meet again, but best of luck.
Right. If you say so. Not to the best of luck. I appreciate your intent about not meeting again.
They walk out.
The winds of fate are strange.
Oh, we should
probably.
Leave. Yeah, we should probably leave too, so that they don't say that we're not guests anymore, and then we get kicked out.
Oh, I'm sure they will. That's why I didn't want to really meet on this floor. Let's leave. Before we do, though, I'm assuming there's books, writing material, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not in that room, but if you leave the room, there's
sure.
Stuff out there. Yeah.
I just need a piece of paper that's blank and is not ripped out of anything, and something to write with that I didn't just take out of somebody's hand.
Okay. Yeah. You just go over. You see a table with a bunch of stationery and stuff on it.
Yeah.
Someone seems to be putting reams of parchment down. You walk over and grab a piece of silver piece. Paper's expensive.
I just flick him a silver piece.
Thank you kindly.
And I just start writing a note. And I'll mess you. But the gist of it is that I'm actually going to take two. I'll hand him another silver piece because I know where two of my friends are. I'm going to write them that our master is not dead, and I'm warning them about it. And then I'm going to fold it up and I'm like, we need to get to a courier real quick, or I do. You guys can stay here.
I want to get out of this floor.
Well,
yeah.
Obviously, there's not a courier on the 6th floor. That'd be mad.
So you guys are leaving the room. As you're leaving, there's one of the guards who's standing at the entrance. Sees you off and he says, "Oh, hold on. The fox runners are heading for that village your horses are at. Just so you know."
Cheers. Thanks,
Probably
mate.
shouldn't have pissed them off.
Nothing we said was going to make them not mad at us.
What? What are you talking about? The fuck? Did I fall asleep?
Oh, of course. Hey, mate, I hand him a silver piece. Have something to drink on me tonight. And I tap him on the shoulder, and then we just head downstairs.
You're supposed to be... Oh, they're leaving.
Bye!
You guys leave. Or leave that floor. Where do you go?
Immediately where I can mail something.
So you leave the tower.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm going to stop at the receptionist first, though.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, hey, mate, could you tell Clint, do you have a piece of paper?
Certainly, yeah.
Thanks. I write a note to Clint and Rahala or whatever, and can you give this to Clint or Rahala or whichever Markham individual you see first? Doesn't really matter.
One of the attendants, he just hands it to you. Easily done.
Thank you. You have a great time. You look great. I just leave.
Thanks. He blushes. Okay. You guys rush out of the tower.
Yeah, gotta go protect our horse and sheep. Not sheep. Shorse.
Shorse? See a
How
thin,
dare you.
athletic looking woman that just sprints up. She's got a mail bag. She's heading towards the tower.
Loot.
Got some mail for me?
I do.
thought so. All right, where's it going? Takes that
Are
Wacko.
you like, psychic about knowing when people have mail?
It's a family secret. No, yeah, kind of a little bit. Only about mail though.
Okay, that's really cool. Yeah, I've got two. They're going in vastly different directions though.
That's
just
fine.
so you know.
I can run really
Okay.
far, really fast.
Right. So one's going to Saikon, the other one's going to that town I'm really bad at pronouncing. Mahan Saik.
Madhan Saik.
Yeah, I think I said it right. I got to be honest with you, Ulus is not my first language. It's tough.
Are you one of those like girl in every town kind of guys? That's what's going on. She's like trembling.
Well, first off, one of these is a mate,
Jittery.
and no.
Oh, I don't judge. Either way, I'm not gonna read your letters. Here, just give them to me, and I'll take them.
Okay,
I'll go to Mahan Saik first. Well, first I'm gonna take this stuff here, and then
I
I'll figure it
just-
out. Don't worry about
I
it.
just hand her a silver, be like, the postage.
Sweet, a tip. Puts stuffs
Okay.
letters in the bag, which you can see is like just as she's like putting them in there. She's like, you don't see a lot of stuff. Like, oh, that's probably a bag of holding of some kind.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Bag of mail.
Had to
holding-
remove my silver.
Another person like walks by. She goes, "That's the mail for me." He's like, I do." She runs over to him next.
Guys, we're ever lost in the forest and we need to get word out. We're just gonna try and mail some bread.
Dude, I was thinking something very similar, which is like, if I ever absolutely just need assistance, I'm going to immediately write some mail and just be like, oh, please, mail lady. It's like how freaking Pelipper always shows up to deliver crap in the middle of Pokemon episodes. You're just like, oh, let that Pelipper just show up randomly.
Middle
I
of the
was
desert.
thinking Zelda.
going-
I mean,
Postman, yeah.
it was Zelda Festival too.
middle of the desert. We're like, oh, God, we gotta get out of here. We need to write some mail. Like a fucking cactus opens up like a door. Got
Have
some
you ever
mail.
gotten to watch the new series of Pokemon though? Team Rocket gets random Pokeballs from a machine that a Pelipper drops every time. But no matter where they are when they're about to start the fight, the Pelipper just shows up and drops it. So it's the same kind of concept, which is no matter where Team Rocket is, it doesn't matter what region, doesn't matter whatever, it's just the Pelipper shows up. So that's what I thought was just like, eh?
Okay, I'll be right back. I have to go to the bathroom. Continue though, please.
Well, in that case, I'm
Oh.
also going to go pee because anytime somebody stops to go pee, I have to go pee.
Double breaks.
Why?
Sorry. Sorry, I'll be fast.
Well, hurry up. Jesus.
Don't.
This is why we take breaks. So this doesn't happen.
I peed.
I also peed. I think. No, I didn't.
During
But I
that
have an
conversation, I
adult
peed. No. My suit is ruined. No. I could get more coffee.
I mean, it's really not going to take them long. Or at least it won't take
Hope
me long. I don't want this quick pee break to turn into like a 7 or 8 minute break.
Yeah. Pizza. No, we got to add for something called. I've already forgotten the name of it. Hold on, I googled it. The first Ascendant. Yeah, we got to add for that. And the reason I was like, wow, is because it's the character they're showing off has is Zero Suit Samus, basically, but electrical powers and has bunny ears, like techno bunny, like robot bunny ears, and bunny mask.
Oh,
And I was like, whoa, it's a character Rob would play.
You know what's funny is I was literally about to say that. I was like, did Rob make this character? Because I didn't know what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is it rabbit themed and a girl character?
so your letters are going
Speaking
to get
of-
delivered.
Not that at all.
Well, when you
I
gotta get
fixed
paper
the
that has
door
no
to the
liver, so
garage
we
because
don't
it was
have to-
sticking really bad. All I had to do was tighten the hinges down because the screws that were going into the door from the hinges were
don't
loose.
get me
But so now it closes
TSD
better.
about doors.
Oh, Ellie. Thank you.
Oh, what? What do we see?
Gifts and subs.
Gifted a sub.
Gifts
Oh,
and subs.
Heck
No.
yeah.
why?
Now you won't get
half the
ads.
time I'm not watching.
No, I love. This is a great time to plug our stars and wishes in our Discord. Everybody should go and write stars and wishes about awesome things that they liked about this particular campaign and things they'd like to see in the future. Because one of my stars is definitely going to be the male lead.
Oh yeah. What size is her feet? When she runs off?
Oh my god, no! Is she like just like
Size 16. She's got really huge feet for maximum distance coverage.
I was just gonna say, is she like Hermes and can run real fast? But you can talk about big feet.
Yeah, it's true. If you have the bigger
I'm
feet,
not
that means you
doing
go
your shoe
faster.
size, 'cause I don't.
It does not
I
mean
don't
that. I
think
have
of
big
that,
feet.
so-
I have really big feet, and I do not run super fast. Average at best.
They're kind of
maybe.
detrimental sometimes, honestly.
Yeah.
Have y'all
makes
seen
it
the-
You do
hard.
that thing where you like freaking drag your toe on accident just because you're like,
yeah.
yeah.
Tired?
You know what?
Great.
Oh, well, I was gonna say, yeah.
You're
You
like,
know what else is
well-
really hard is trying to fold your body to fit in a small Dorito bunker when you have big old feet, because you gotta tuck them under your legs too, and then your feet cramp, and that sucks.
I'm sorry, that could not wait. So
That's why you go whenever we take a break.
I
Even if you
didn't
don't think
have
you
to then.
Even if you don't think you have to,
That-
road trip rules.
Yes, that's why when you went to take a break, I had to pee. Although I always have to pee. So.
No,
So, oh
you
god,
demon!
Aha, ha, 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 ha,
positivity mask on Molly.
ha,
I don't
ha,
deserve this.
ha, ha, ha.
Molly is
Molly's-
even better at me than trying to get people to get on track and get the game going. It is always super enthusiastic about playing, and yeah, Molly's a great player. Great player to have in anybody's game. That's mine.
Panda, you were talking, so I'll let you go next. 'Cause
It was gonna be a burn. I actually.
Oh.
No, do it,
Yeah,
bro.
no burns allowed on
Can't do the
positivity.
burns during the
Yeah.
positivity.
Well, no, I want to hear it, but then
Oh,
you
I
can
was
do
gonna
it
say
after the
her
positivity.
tiny childlike bladder. Is what I was gonna say.
That no, not
It
during
wasn't-
the positivity. After the positivity, say something nice first, you motherfucker.
We can be dicks to you.
I already said positivity, and you're not on the block.
We can be dicks to you because you aren't the one getting positive.
Wow.
Yeah, fuck everybody else. Everybody but
Also,
Molly can get it.
I was gonna say,
Okay.
Molly, you should have known this was coming if you had watched last week's stream, because the three of us all got one.
Yes,
And Ellie
which
said
was me.
You were next.
Yes,
Oh.
you were next.
Ellie said
I
you were
didn't see
next
that I was
during the
next.
stream. Yeah, it was right after you
Got
left,
you.
I think. She was like, Molly's next. I'm getting her next week.
Yep.
Got it. One of these days, Ellie.
Bang, zoom, straight to the
Mo.
hangout in the Patreon where
Yes.
we all do fun stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, I will say, speaking of fun stuff and hangouts with Molly, it is super fun. Molly's a fun person to hang out with and do stuff like we're watching bad movies, whatever. Molly can help make it really entertaining and always has an incredibly interesting viewpoint and gives everybody the benefit of the doubt for everything. Because through the entirety of most of these terrible movies, Panda and I specifically are ragging on everything that is happening. And Patrick is telling us all about how much he hates their existence. And Molly's like, well, what if they did this? And what if they did that? And looking at the best possible side of every single one of these people who definitely put out something into the world as art and effort. And she acknowledges that, where we're just taking a big old crap on it. But also, it kind of deserves to have crap taken on it. But Molly does that for everything, not just terrible movies. She looks at the best side of everything, and that is always helpful and uplifting to everybody. I think if we all took a little bit more time to do that like Molly does, we have better days sometimes. All right, Panda, it's your turn.
Sorry, I'm replying to.
No reply, only good things.
Only good things. I appreciate that Molly has continued her art past, like, when I have since given up drawing on stuff and doodling. That shows a lot of drive to just keep going at something and keep doing it. So I guess her morals of yes, I'm going to keep drawing because I enjoy doing it. I assume you
Even
enjoy
when we
doing it.
Force her to use a mouse to draw when we do doodling.
Yeah, when we
games
do
to make
cartoon.
it fair. You don't let her use her stylus.
I had to sign my name with my mouse recently, replying to stuff, and after not doing it for a while, it's gotten harder.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not
definitely.
great.
But yes,
That was
Okay.
everyone. Except
Yes.
Molly.
I
Except
don't have
Molly.
to.
Molly, say something
Yeah,
nice.
just
about
nice
I don't
to
have to say
yourself.
something
No.
nice to myself.
I know that's the
That's
regular
not part of the
positivity.
rules.
Yeah.
That's the
Okay.
regular one. Okay. So you guys, you give those letters to that lady. She takes them, runs over another person, and then soon enough takes off. But the rest of you guys, what's the next move?
I guess we need to set out, go save our horses. And
No.
shorts.
So hold on, no. First off, I want to go to the other side of the city where the bandits that we talked to on the way in are.
Okay.
And I'm gonna see what I can rustle up from them and see if we can get
So-
some good old fashioned turf war going on here.
So you start heading out of. I imagine you could probably RP that because I assume as you start heading out of
I
town.
will explain
march-
on my march. I'm gonna be like, we're gonna go talk
Why
to
I
the
oughta.
out front who are gonna fight us, and we're gonna get them to fight them, or maybe not, but we're gonna see because we know they don't like them, and they don't like that they got hired, and it's gonna be a brawl, maybe. Who knows? Because I don't. As much as you two are great and you're really tough, they said lot. It's not like they're sending 5 guys to do this. They're gonna sack a village. We need some backup.
Okay. I'm not going to argue with that. If you think you can convince them to.
I
Do
think
it,
I
then.
can convince just about anybody of just about anything, and that is both a blessing and a curse. So let's see.
All right, do it. I'm just kind of shaken up in general right now, so.
Well, I need you to be
Scared?
no,
Not
stirred.
scared.
Not stirred. No, I need you to be fired up, not shaken up, because we're gonna show them that they mess with the wrong people, not the other way around.
And they were dumb enough to tell me their names.
Sorry, I just every time I forget you have those arrows until you say something about people's names, and then I'm like, oh yeah, every time.
Right? I hate to tell you, they ain't that worried about that extra 2d6, my man.
Yeah, I was thinking. Just
It is damn nice to have.
Yeah.
It's not like you only have one.
whoa, hello,
Hello?
The
hi
Lich
everybody.
Ooh,
Thank you, the
hello.
Liching Hour.
wow! People!
We got about an hour left of our Pathfinder 1E
Yeah.
campaign, Into the Storm. Welcome, everyone.
Wow!
Who this?
Yes. Hello,
Hello,
everybody.
strangers.
Thank you.
Welcome,
What are
welcome
those?
to the stream.
Bandit dudes.
Wow.
Look at these people.
Pressing Sons. That's right.
We are having a great game. Thank you, the Liching Hour. We're gonna have
Yes,
to
thank you, thank
How do I do the shout out thing? How's that?
We never got to do this. Oh, God!
I looked
It's
this
the
up.
first time in forever since we've had to do
Well-
that. So
While he's looking up things,
I'm
gonna
about to
say
fail it.
there is a
Yep, I
pinned
failed it.
link to our Discord if you want to chat, hang out, or look up any of our previous sessions. You can access all that stuff through our Discord, and we do have a YouTube with replays.
I'm so dumb. I have to type. Oh, I'm stupid. I did it so wrong. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, that's all right.
thank you for the follow.
So yeah, appreciate it.
I'll follow you.
Appreciate
Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
We don't have the money for you to sing that song, sir.
Oh.
I'm gonna need to stop.
I will track you down.
There you go. Good job.
You can
giving
never
the shout out.
hide from me.
Yes.
Did the
anyway.
police write
Pathfinder.
that song? That certainly sounds like the police wrote that song. Not like the police, the organization, the police, the band.
Okay, yeah.
Sting is who I'm talking about specifically, because you know he wrote
Yeah, we're-
songs
we're
about
doing,
stalking people.
By the way, we're doing first edition, just because
First
that's the one
edition.
I'm most familiar with, and I haven't had enough experience with second edition, but I do want to try it at some point. We are
Atlanta
on
Ranger. Dad.
session 44 of this campaign.
Session
Got,
44.
Oh, God, really?
I wrote it on the top
Group
of it. Yeah,
of-
man. We've been
What are
doing
you
this
guys, fifth
over
level?
a
Sixth
year,
level?
my dude.
Fifth level?
We're at a level.
no.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We're sixth. We're sixth.
You guys are
Yeah, we're
sixth?
sixth.
Okay. Yeah. You
We just leveled
you
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just leveled up. Like
Yeah.
us 2
Level
sessions
6
ago or
folks,
something
we
like
got ourselves a shadow sorcerer, a fighter, and a ranger who doesn't use a bow because he's bad with it.
Yeah, he really
He
is.
does carry it around though.
Yeah.
He's got some special arrows. One day
My
he'll hit
emotional
more
support
stuff
bow.
with
It's your
Yeah.
emotional support bow.
it.
That's
He's
what
got
the
a very
hawk
good
is
boy bird on
for.
his shoulder.
I have a silver hawk named Sherlhawk. Yes.
My statue's named Aldrin. You don't see me bragging about it.
Over a year so far. It's pretty dope.
Yes.
Yeah, so we got about 50
Speaking of that,
minutes left.
We need to write a reminder. We have something to do for the anniversary because the
Yeah.
anniversary was in
we have to
August.
I
and we
still
have to
don't know
figure
what
out
it's going to
something.
be.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
We got to do a
Yeah.
thing still.
We
Yeah,
do, for
so.
sure. Yeah, we got about 50 minutes left, so the crew has currently been threatened by some highfalutin rich folks with mind powers, and they're seeking to turn the tables on them. We cut back to Eli marching into the field where that group of bandits that he kind of chastised earlier.
Yeah. Let me see how well this works. Let's go.
So you guys are just
Not the face for nothing.
even as you guys are walking out and like just straight shot out into the field where a bunch of people on horseback with bows and weapons are.
Yeah.
Like there's a few of the guards, even though they kind of seemed really despondent earlier. One of them goes, "What the fuck are you doing?" As you guys are going. If anyone looks back, you see he's like kind of agitating the other guys, like, "What the fuck? What are they're gonna get killed?" And they kind of squabble, but they don't stop you. So you guys start like going off the path, like down a hill a little bit. There's like a short slope. Some of them start riding out over towards you, not like full gallop or anything. You can see the same guy in the lead as before. He looks kind of annoyed because he's just like, what is this? But he gets kind of close and says, "I'm guessing you wanted to talk."
No, I wanted to stare at your pretty horse. Yes, I want to talk, mate. So,
She's my
hey,
beauty.
yeah. You
Eli,
know,
please don't
don't you love how
start.
even when I'm being confrontational, I'm complimenting people? Anyways, so
Damn you and your beautiful eyes and strong chin, man.
exactly. It's just like, so you know those Fox Runner people that you really don't like, and I really don't like, and I gesture vaguely to the gods that they probably don't like, and everybody doesn't like.
I think I get the drift, yeah.
Okay, so House Modric, specifically, very specifically, the Dorats, just hired them to go sack a village that contains personal belongings of ours and also animals. And I'm gonna bet, I'm just tell me if I'm wrong. That's gonna really upset the ecosystem of stuff you've got working on here as a arrangement with like local government and things where they don't want you just like destroying villages. And that's going to probably lead to a bit of a crackdown on banditry, which is going to be real bad for you guys. So I'm proposing that you help us get rid of them, and you can keep all of their stuff. I don't want any of it. You can keep all of the spoils.
So the guy behind the leader dude who, like, when you were talking to before was like, "Who's this fucking weird guy? Fuck this guy. Kill him." That guy.
Yeah.
It's just like, he did something.
That's a 100 to nothing split. I guarantee you never get that in business. All I want is them dead. Not the Dorats. There's no way we could pull that off. I just mean the bandits.
Give me a diplomacy check.
If anything happens to Ginger, I'll kill everyone in this world and then myself.
You hear that, Caliph? We're
Did
coming.
you actually say that?
No, I don't.
I'm just
Sorry.
checking. Like,
I'll say that.
It's
I'll
funny.
say if anything happens to Ginger, he'll kill everyone
Yeah.
here and then himself. So you better
Fair.
hop on board with this.
you've been spoken for. There you go.
Yeah.
26. Jesus fuck. What did
There's
you
so
roll?
many funny
Oh,
lines I
16,
want to say,
okay.
Yeah.
God.
but it's just not
Okay.
in character.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, I don't know. Sam can take a darker path. But it's up to you. That's your character.
Yeah.
So you say all that stuff, you do that. He just goes, "What? Okay, what did you do? Why is this
We
happening?"
declined to help them gain the power of Nassans so that they could control the world, basically.
You can do that.
Oh, they can, apparently. There's these
Look,
statues. Look, it's a really long metaphysical discussion, but I'm going to give you the short version. There are these statues. They contain powers of Nassans. Her granddad or something made them. She wants pieces of them so that she can tap into their power. I'm assuming that she used that for nefarious things because, look at her. She's evil.
I mean, I wouldn't know by looks. I don't tend to judge people by their appearances.
Because she's like pretty or she dresses nice. Let me rephrase that. Stand in her presence for 3 minutes.
No.
And tell me she's not evil. Yeah.
If you look at her for too long, she appears red.
See? But yeah. So I don't know why they want these incredibly powerful sections, because they didn't really feel the need to fill me in on that bit. But it's not good.
Good.
He sighs. Hold on.
Also, they don't believe the Sturmhaschen is a real thing.
Mate, I don't think they know what you're talking about. It's like I just like lean.
It is legend.
Like, side talk over there. Yeah, they're not from Vungia, mate.
Well, he's from Delancia.
Oh yeah, but
And so
she's
is
from
she.
Vungia, is what you said. I
No,
thought you said she was.
She
Vungia.
has studied in Vungia. She is Thulian.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So
I recognize that accent anywhere. It's exactly like mine.
Wunderbar.
They're not from. They're
Yeah,
not
Wunderbar.
Or the only other place that potentially has ever
I'm trying
heard
to
of
get the
that
thing to-
is
there it is.
Rowan's, because they've seen every kind of monster imaginable.
You're
So
not wrong.
Bro, I wouldn't be surprised if Rowan's did have a thunder chicken. Or, yeah.
dude, Rowan's have
Storm
friggin'
chicken. Monster
Monster Hunter raid bosses that are just giant chocobos. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's Roroa. Okay, let's let me zoom out a little bit more. So, okay, I'm trying to get this thing to quit being fucking weird, and it's not. Anyway, over here. So he sighs and just goes, "Look, yeah, you're right. That'd be real fucking bad if they start sacking villages. That's gonna get the attention of the military. That's gonna get all kinds of shit stirred up. And Isla's the kind of person to do it. What are they on? Look, our band's tough. Hers is a lot tougher.
Mhm.
You said they ran into Kamal and he didn't come out unscathed?
Yeah, they're tough. I'll tell you this. You're looking at 3 people who very recently killed an asset. We're not pushovers.
Yeah, Lamia has a very confused stare.
Two people who recently... I like hold up my hand. 2 people who recently killed an asset. She stood in the corner and didn't want to be a part, which is good. But 2 people who recently killed an asset. And a scrap. She killed that.
And
And it's just like... So it's not like you're walking in there with nothing.
Okay, so now I have to ask, do you think you killed the ass, or you try to convince him you did? 'Cause
I'm
you didn't
trying to
kill him.
convince him that
Okay.
we did, because she
'Cause it's a
said
block.
he wasn't dead. That's why she wanted a statue. But
Yeah.
it's
I
not
mean-
that. If that's not a bill enough for you, in
We
order
made
to
him
do
less
so,
alive.
yeah, in order to do so, we also had to take out like
Sneakily weakened him.
almost 7,000 people. So we're not slouches. Is my point. I'm not
Still
proud
Keep
of
up with us because her
happened.
kill death is
It's
crazy.
still gonna be a bluff check.
Oh, I'm sure. I just wanted to add that on top.
For including your allies, I'm gonna give you a +2.
That
I'm
nonsense
laughing at the
cherry
fact
on
that you
top.
basically just said, we killed a demigod, we murdered a demigod and a troll. It's like, I don't fucking care about the troll.
One of those was significantly harder than the other, though, and that was the troll. The demigod was just morally much harder. The troll was physically way tougher.
Did you put the +2 on that?
Yeah, I did.
I see. Okay,
I
so
just did not
14.
roll well.
What's his? Oh God. Okay.
My pastimes, I like to crush sconces with my bare hands.
Yeah, not good anyway. So,
I don't know what else. Like, other weird shit that's true. Like,
it's just like if you killed a nascent, first of all, those aren't supposed to be around anymore. But if you killed one, you don't need our help.
Well, we've met 2, and listen, it doesn't matter how good we are. There was one of them and 3 of us, and there's a lot of bandits. I
We've
can
met
only
2.
do one thing at a time, mate.
but
Also,
just
he
love
was
that
kind of a
power play of, like,
statue, so
Castles
it was a
aren't
lot
around
easier
anymore,
than I
but
make
we
it
met
sound,
you.
is what I'm saying, yeah. I'm also going to say, listen, he was also kind of like in a statue, and it was a lot easier than you'd think.
Less kill more than not allowed to be alive.
Okay. Look, it's gonna be a hard ride. If they're where you said they were, and when they got started, we're gonna have to take the main road if we have any hope of beating them there. Which means that there's a chance they're gonna run into fox runners on the road. We'd have to fight them.
Right.
It's fine, right?
Yeah.
Sure. Just it's not gonna be easy. We don't have extra horses. Go buy horses.
Hey.
All right. Meet you on the other side of town, because we're on.
That's another
we're
one
on
I have
the
to take care of.
west side of
Love,
Bayonne, right?
my fiction.
Yeah, you're on
So,
the west
yeah.
side of it right now. So
We'll meet you by the east side. It's just like
the person behind me is just like,
at the
I
gate.
believe him for some reason.
I have
We're
a
gonna get
trustworthy
all
face.
their stuff.
Yes.
So he says, like, I believe him. We're gonna get all those people's stuff. And you're like, I have a trustworthy face. He's like, glares at you.
No, I'm gonna
Despite
say
that.
I have a trust. I was gonna say I have more on that. I have a trustworthy face, but just so you don't have to only trust me, I've also got up front a little incentive. I pull. Where's my treasury? Sorry, I pull like 400 gold out and just hand it to him and go, listen, this is collateral. If you don't get the payment you want, you can take this and you can leave from this fight. However, if you do that, know that you are definitely gonna get screwed on the end of this deal, and not by me.
Okay, give you another diplomacy +4. A lot of money.
Yeah, it
They're
is.
also bandits.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's a
God.
19.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, you needed a good roll.
Woo!
That was a pretty good roll, I think.
The person who's glaring at you is like, I think I love this man. You need to pipe down. You just love money.
Oh, Jesus.
Starts meeting out this gold to the rest of this group, and like a bunch of them weren't even like paying a whole lot of attention because they didn't like not everybody jumped up to prep a crossbow. There's like a couple dozen of them. So there's like 12 people all had like crossbows ready. The others were just like kind of in the background, like not paying attention, and they see gold getting passed around, and they're like, "What are they doing over
They're
there?"
like, what? Yeah.
Hold up a second. So, as it starts getting like passed around the group, so he's like, "Fuck it. Yep. Meet you on the east side. You better not be screwing us over."
If I did, you just got a lot of money. This is like,
Can't spend it if we get killed by Isla. And look, if we don't get there in time, she's not just going to kill your horses. She's going to butcher them.
yeah,
Feed them to
and
her
town. That's the thing I'm worried about too. Now, let's make a move on. And I just like instantly start walking. As we're walking back, as those guards were standing, I was like, do you blokes want a job? Like right at both of them.
We have jobs.
Better one. It's just like, I'm not stopping. I'm yelling at them as I'm walking. I'm going to keep walking.
They look at you and you can see like these, like the question kind of rattle around, but they just like, their eyes go kind of blank and they just go back to what they're doing.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, you march through, you find someone who's selling horses. He's just like, I got horses from all over the place. Nobody's buying them. Where's the bird? What's up with the economy? What the fuck is going on? You need a horse. And you guys march up. He's like, you guys need horses. I can see it. I can see it on your faces.
We do, actually.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, mate. Through. Let's go.
Market price.
Can I pick out some good horses?
I got
First
big
off,
horses.
no
I got
one's buying
small
horses.
horses.
What's wrong with the economy? So you're going to sell us horses for cheaper.
So
Oh
Sam's
my
like,
god,
just
why
said
are we
those
doing
words.
this?
Better
We just want
horses.
to go.
Yeah, but he just said those words. So you're going to sell us good horses for cheap.
So, give me a diplomacy from you, Flat, and then Sam. We'll do. You can do profession farmer or knowledge nature.
Yeah, balls.
That's okay. The most important one you already passed.
Profession farmer. Do I get a bonus because I'm in a stall? No.
Yeah, you can definitely tell some of these are a little more recently fed, a little more healthy. Like none of them look diseased or like run down or something, but like you can see a few have like what you might consider worse temperament. Like they're not quite as broken yet. A few of the other ones just seem much more domesticated. One you can see some like a little bit of scarring and stuff kind of under part of the saddle and whatnot. It's well healed up, like it was treated. I think that one probably got some combat experience. You guys, you're at no risk of getting screwed over trying to buy whatever kind of horse you're trying to buy. There's like 10 of them in this stall.
Mm-hmm.
So, which kind of horses are you trying to buy?
Fast ones. Look, I'm gonna approach this much in the same way that my mother approaches buying a car, which is I would like a blue one.
This sounds so much like your mother.
That's what my mom says. You kidding me? Somebody's like, "Oh man, your car's really nice. What kind is it?" She just goes, "Blue."
Blue. Huh.
So it just depends on how much you want to spend. Obviously, horses can get really fucking expensive. Light horses are just as fast, but they can carry a lot less before they get encumbered and slow down.
Yeah, I'm not worried about carrying a lot of weight. So light horses are fine.
So light horses are fine. Do you want them combat trained or not? Combat trained are 110 gold versus non is 75.
No, we're just trying to get there.
I'll take one.
Well, you know what? Hold on. 110 gold. I'll pony up the extra for combat train. As much as I was saying we're just trying to get there, combat train is probably good because if we get attacked on the way, I don't want to get fucked off a horse.
Yeah, it means they're a lot harder to startle.
I'm not trying to fall and break my neck.
Yeah, or if you have to like fire off that pyrotechnics or something, that is not a thing you want to do around non-trained horses.
That's true.
What the shit?
Dude. So, okay, cool. So that's for 3 of them, 330 gold. Your diplomacy check. Okay, so the funny thing about that 12 is you're like, hey, you said economy is bad, so sell it to us for cheap. And he's like, fine, fuck it, 3 for 220.
Oh, damn.
Buy 2, get 1 free.
Yeah.
And then
sounds great.
You agree to that, and then Sam's like, those 3. And he's like, fine, sure, take them.
Were you paying for him?
Oh yeah, I paid
okay.
already. I already took it out of the business trip. We're going.
I was just making sure.
We ride.
Make you guys paid for horses. What kind of boss am I?
Hey, me and Fuego are going to be great friends.
His name horse
Oh, you named
Fuego.
it. Got it. So, as you guys are walking, you hear him like in the background, like, "Hey, child, you want a damn good horse?" And you guys are leaving.
Child.
Oh my god. Yeah.
So, you guys get to the east side of town. It takes a few more minutes for the bandits to actually get over there because it's like they have to like rally their people up, like get all their shit, break camp, let's go. Like, go get the people out of the woods because like 30 of them show up. You saw about 20 before. They show up with like 10 more than you got to actually see. A few of them are like nursing like minor wounds and other stuff like that. But as you get over there, get up to the guy who's leading. He's just like, onward. Get out of here before somebody notices and causes a fucking fuss.
All right, let's go. Yeah. Head off. Quick as
Two. Distance. Here where you break off. So, shortest route without risking getting lost over tributaries or in the trees or anything like that. Just like sticking to the road as long as you can and cutting across when it's easiest. You have about 48 miles to travel, which, with a hustle, can be done in a day.
What we're gonna do?
Oh, sorry, horse. But yeah.
So,
Good combat.
you guys
Make it-
bravely ride.
Oh, Fuego, I wish I had taken speak with animals. God? And,
If God makes the Microsoft sound, I don't want involved in.
It won't turn off, I don't know.
I'd ask you your name and tell you what we're getting into, but You can't.
So that day's travel, it's going to take 9 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Now you guys are riding hard, but that doesn't mean you don't take breaks and things like that. Like you have to, otherwise you will ride your horses.
The horses will die.
The horses will die. People will start like fatiguing and falling off of them. Like it could be a disaster. So like, there's obviously some pauses and things as you go. They're kept minimal for obvious reasons. But as you guys are traveling, taking your like, water breaks and other things like that, is there any RP or anything you guys want to have amongst each other?
The one thing I do want to say is, hey, should we really be talking about the nascents at all? I don't think...
I appreciate what you're saying, and it's cool, and it's good, and you're right. But I needed to get those guys on our side right then, right now.
Okay, just, what you said to Modrat, that we don't want to make a Sphinx, I think you said, upset, so...
Yeah, Miss Shirley's a Sphinx. We didn't say names or anything. They don't know which nascent we're talking about. They know nascents exist. So saying a nascent is fine, but we didn't mention names. We keep it that way. That's smart. We also needed those guys on our side right now, and nothing is a bigger glow up than, hey, we just helped kill a demigod.
Why did you say that?
Because I wanted them to come with us. And if you hype yourself up, people will follow you.
Okay.
And also if you show them a lot of money.
They'll
try and kill you and take the money. One of the two things will happen. And if you tell them you killed a demigod, then you show them money, they're way less likely to try and kill you.
True. Assuming they believe you, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Are you okay, though, Eli?
No, we're gonna go murder people. It's never fun.
No, I mean, from what the lady was saying, the whole, I don't know, I guess we don't really know.
Master not being dead?
Yeah, that kind of thing.
That's something that we will endeavor to correct, as much as I attempt to minimize loss of life. That's one guy that's got to go. So that one off on the old bucket list. Got to put it back on there and go cross it off again. I don't really want to go back to Gurga though. Man, that's a pain. Crossing that border is not fun.
Would it be safe to say that Vescal and Tressa are on site?
They probably wouldn't be there.
No, he means...
No, I mean,
listen, I wouldn't try and hit that woman with anything. Did you see the mind reading stuff she did? And it was effortless. She didn't say anything. She didn't use... I know you're like a Mr. Gaia divine caster man, so you don't really get the nuances of the fact that she cast a spell without doing anything at all. So either she's an incredibly powerful caster, or she's like a freaking vampire or something, and I don't want any part of that.
Oh, if we ever do meet her in the future again, if she offers like your hand, just don't touch her.
If she offers me her hand, I might accept.
She's already married. Did you see the size of that ring, by the way?
I know. I can't.
They were pretty big.
That's more. That ring was worth more than what I gave those bandits. By a lot.
Do you have a praise? Do any of you have a praise skill?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not trained in it, but
wrong tab.
So.
Yeah, I was asking for trained.
No, I'm not trained.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Scarletto does.
So yeah, you guys looked at it. We're just like, God damn! Like, yeah, it was definitely more than you gave those.
It's not a rock. It's a boulder.
But the reason I'm saying this is, I don't. You know how those guards and such seem to be all.
Oh yeah, they were mind controlled for sure. So was the bloke in the library that told us about this. She's super powerful. She doesn't have to touch you.
Why would she tell us that?
Because she wants us to go here. We're definitely playing into her hands, but we can't just not.
Yeah. Get you to leave the social event, and you didn't meet Clint or Rahala.
Right.
Yeah.
She absolutely wanted us to leave as fast as possible. But we can't also not go here. I mean, unless you feel like we could not. I definitely don't. And sorry I didn't. Usually, I pitch to you guys and I let you guys kind of make decisions and help out with everything. This is not a one-man show, but this was definitely not the time for democracy.
Yeah, don't really want to take a chance on Ginger being served the bandits.
Not just our horses, the fine people of this village, all their animals, all that stuff. It's bigger than Ginger. It's bigger than Nix. It's bigger than
Nix is pretty big.
The sea.
Chetla.
Get it? Chetla, thank you. It's bigger than Chetla. I was like, dude, I was gonna get it. It's bigger.
Chetla's
big
the
horse,
biggest.
yeah, big horse, man. But it's bigger than that. It's bigger than these bandits. It's the local balance of power and stabilization. These people set this village. It throws everything that's in place right now out of whack. It reassigns military units. It takes people potentially off the border of Gurga. It redirects deployments of guard. It changes so much if we let this happen. And as much as I personally would be incredibly peeved about our animals being injured, also macro, it's a huge deal. And she knows that. So she's pushing us into this. And we can't just call her bluff. We can't afford to.
You did leave a message, though.
I did leave a message with that very snappily dressed receptionist who hopefully doesn't get mind control. Man, I should have gave it to that courier. It's too fast. Too fast to get mind controlled. I need you to deliver mail 100 feet from here. Go. Anyways, she's like,
I got to talk to Grandpappy. We got to marry into that family.
Yeah.
That's going to be nuts.
All right, that's what I
Bunch
wanted.
of lanky, athletic.
Imagine how fast they can harvest beans.
I think her abilities only apply to mail delivery. I don't think harvesting is on the specs here.
If she loses her power, she doesn't have mail in hand or in bag.
Oh, we'll just write messages on the tomatoes before we put them in the bag. Like fortune cookies.
Oh my god. Fortune tomatoes is the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Can you deliver this to... I only deliver mail. How are you today? Signed Sam. Now it's mail.
Don't wear a metal hat in the rain. There you go. It's always raining. Exactly. Don't wear metal hats.
But you guys continue. At a different one of the break stops when people are a little bit more closer together, just getting closer to dark. Because you guys pretty much just bolted out of there. It's middle of the day. Well, actually, it was later in the day, so you know it's going to be dark by the time you get to the village. Mm-hmm. The leader of this group will approach and say, "So listen, we need to talk tactics."
I was thinking that too. That's great. We probably shouldn't all ride up to this village in force. That makes it very much look like we're going to be aggressors here. And we definitely don't want that.
We don't?
No, because if they're not there yet, let's say we make it there first, and we all come riding up full force, head of steam, they're definitely going to think we're attacking that village.
That's true.
And we don't
Conversation
want
can
that.
solve that.
Right. But what I'm saying
is,
we don't all just ride up at front if we're getting there first. We definitely need to divert and split. We also, okay, I'm not a tactics man. I'll be honest with you. You're much better at this, and you know your men, and you know how to utilize them. So, would you prefer to spread wide or drive a wedge? Because those are our options, right? Unless you've got extra stuff. Because I'm all ears.
Preference would be an ambush. That requires we get there first, obviously.
Right.
There's some tree cover around there. The riverbank nearby splits forces. We can get entrenched. Get whatever defenses the villagers have all set. We stand a much better chance. The main thing is look. Isla's people are a problem, that's for sure. And I don't think there's a way out of this unless we catch them in the field, that this village doesn't become a war zone. At least the battle site. You get people out for a while, and keep maybe the whole thing from getting burned down. But, she's gonna have numbers on us.
Right.
You say you guys are really powerful, which is great. I think what you should do is focus on getting to her.
Right.
You take her out, or capture her, rest falls apart. That's what happened when you rule by fear.
Right. I was gonna suggest something similar. I was gonna say we basically spearhead right into wherever I lives, because she's the only one I've really got a bone to pick with. I mean, I don't like any of them, right? But we take her out, they're a lot less likely to keep fighting, right?
Much less. Or at least a lot more likely to break if they're feeling a lot of resistance. Plus, oh look, I don't know what they've been told, but if they're actually attacking a village under her command, they know it's going to destabilize the region.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have enough information, but what we do know, especially about Isla, is besides, Isla is not a Demi or an Ukana or anything like that. Isla is what you call a Yaseru. A long time ago, there used to be these people here and along like the northern edge, and some say that they're still up in the north, unclaimed areas. They used to wander the plains. They were tall, stocky, bestial-looking creatures. These big, powerful jaws and claws, spotty, matted fur, kind of a hunch to them. And that's what Yaseru used to be. Banded together in clans and tribes, hunted with these big, nasty hyenas next to them because they kind of looked like them. But they all got run out forever ago. You know, as Segi was becoming a nation. It's not the kind of stuff you see in history books. It's word of mouth a lot of time passed down. Bandits, a lot of us, you know, we come from families that didn't settle. Especially the Crescent Sons, and especially the Fox Runners.
Right.
Yes, sir. Now, they're unrecognizable from what they were because they've been interbred with so much. I don't know if you know about ancient Vishkanya. You know, they've been for a long time. There was this whole movement of trying to perfect themselves, becoming this conglomerate species. It's why they are the way they are now, and even Ukana just means it's just the name for the next step in that cycle when they've made contact with Demi. Mm-hmm. Eventually, the Ulukana will be what we know as Vishkanya. There will be a new Ulukana. They tried this with the Yaseru. The ones that stayed around, they're sturdy, they're hardy, they're damn near immune to disease. And we got the Yaseru of today, which are much more like Demi, but they've got these patches of fur, they've got different features, they're not all the same. Sometimes they're just really fuzzy. Sometimes they have the big teeth. Sometimes they have a snout with, like, Demi mouths at the end of them. Or just these big, dark canine eyes. You don't see them in cities. They don't live there. They're exclusively in the wilds. A lot of the Fox Runners are just that. Isla's one of them. I don't know where her powers come from, but channels the power of erosion through the soil itself, something like that. I don't know. I've never seen it in person, but I've seen what a battlefield looks like after she's gone through it, when she doesn't get what she wants. Flesh melted, weapons destroyed, slag piles with broken wooden sticks in them, made of armies. She's not a nascent, but close enough. So I hope you weren't bullshitting him and you said you did what you did.
we'll be doing everybody a good service to hopefully take this lady out. Now,
Oh, let me spell this error for you.
oh, thanks.
Thank you.
So, I don't remember what I was saying. That was close.
Oh, that's definitely different than what I typed, so thank you.
Yes. Or-
I didn't have enough U's on mine. I did double O at the end. But anyways, all right. So, I know I'm not asking, or what I'm asking from you guys is not easy. You know, obviously I'm willing to pony up the money and give you all the rewards for this, but besides just doing everybody a public service by eliminating this lady, you're going to be doing me a big solid. You know, I know probably doesn't mean a ton to you. Let me tell you, mate, it means lots to me. So,
listen, if we get through this alive, I'll tattoo your arms myself.
Mommy was like, no.
I want to get mom. Right.
Oh my god. Hey, just a quick bit. I know her name is Isla. Do you know the rest of her name?
I have it. Hold on.
Yeah, no reason.
no reason at all.
I don't know what family she would have been from. No, slipped to the wrong accent for a second. Don't know what family she would have been from. She calls herself Ruin Maker.
Good enough.
Yeah, I go. You got that, Sam? Isla Ruin Maker. Names have power, mate. That's all I say when he just kind of looks at me like that. Names have power.
One of the other bandits says, "Yeah, she lives up to it, but look, I don't know. I've run into her before, not on bad terms, thankfully. But she's more cunning than people give her credit for. She could be charming and all sorts of stuff, make you think she's human or she's demi, but she's not. She's a monster. She's a monster walking around in a person's skin. She doesn't feel like you and me. Like, I don't know. Someone else goes, she's a psychopath. Whatever. I don't care what path she's on as long as I ain't on it. So I laughed because Dave laughed. I almost got through that.
I know. I chuckled in character, which is true. It's just, that's all right.
Now we know that not everyone's whatever you're born as does not define you.
Her path's my path. And
I don't mean she was born that. I just mean like.
Well, I mean,
like look into her eyes. He just shakes his head.
I just kind of like, I don't know. I've got that where, I'm whatever, but like, Mr. Aldwin is like doing the like ready to fight animations, like pre-fight, like idle animations, like let's go. Like the whole time I'm talking and trying to be calm, he's like ready to fight somebody. Yeah, it's like pre-fight idle animations the whole time.
Oh, the Guile theme.
That. But it's also it's like when I'm like when I said something about our path crossing or whatever, and now I've got a straight face or whatever. My shadow grins, and you can see there's a gap in the shadow. It's just teeth, and it's just like,
yeah.
The
leader guy doesn't seem to notice, but a couple of the other people do. They shy away from you.
Good. Anyways, no.
The leader just says she's not alone either. She's got a shaman or something. Hey, Seagull Games, welcome.
What?
She's got a shaman or something with her. She or he, I don't know. I haven't got a good look. They got some weird kink, man. They apparently they walk around with like a person who's like his mind's broken. Like he thinks he's an animal, and he fights like one. Like you imagine like a monkey or something would fight. I don't know what they did to that guy, or if they was born that way and they just raised him like that or something. But same way you got a bird, and I know some people who carry, you have dogs and stuff around them and whatnot, and you use them to help you out with stuff. They do this with this like devolved guy. Can't speak or anything like that. She's also got a bird or something too.
Yeah, we met the bird. He's a hard time. I shot it with magic. It's a sturdy bird.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that, but I guess hopefully next time you shoot it dies. But
yeah, definitely.
It's those two, and I don't know who else is in command in her troop, but those are the main two. Usually, Isla doesn't really feel the need to wait in the battle until it's about done, or something offers enough resistance.
Well then, while you guys are ambushing the troops and attacking, we'll try and swing around the back and charge right into her. Since she's going to be observing most likely.
Yeah, they move like a like a real army. There's enough of them too. They'll have people back in the camp.
I kind of like pat the horse's flanks, be like, "Do you think you could trample somebody?" Like to the horse.
Sam and Lamia, you both know the light horses ain't gonna trample nothing.
Yeah, no.
You can try for me, buddy. You can try.
Eli, don't do that.
You can horse kick somebody too.
It's cruel to the horse.
Yeah. They can bite.
Listen, these are combat trained horses, and we're going to war. Everything is cruel to the horse.
Go with the fingers.
It's more cruel to the horse, letting it get hit by corrosion magic and then eaten by bandits. So I would prefer to attempt to kill a lady with a horse than let it get eaten by bandits who are Yasiru.
I'm just saying, y'all's plan's better than my plan, the whole ambush thing. I was going to try and lure one of those gator beavers over here and let it just,
I knew that was going to
do its thing.
You say that because it was gator.
Well, that's the best word I got for him.
Yeah,
gator.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. That's not a terrible idea.
He's onto something, mate. You don't have a bad plan with that.
I mean, we definitely don't want it to go into the village, but it hasn't so far.
Right. I mean, they are animals, correct?
They are animals.
Well, yeah. I can, in theory, talk to one. Whether it will be receptive,
but what
depends on how recently it has engaged.
Besides a meal, I was going to say, what can we offer them? Besides a meal.
I mean, as grisly as it is, there's going to be
bodies
remains.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure they want live prey. That's more what I was getting at here.
Look, if you can actually talk to this thing, I'm not going to doubt anything you guys can do. Listen, if you say you can talk to it, I believe you. Let's see if we make it to this village first. Let's see how much time. We'll send some scouts. Mm-hmm. Let's figure out what our options are. If we have time to maybe lead that thing into their camp.
Also, if it does, I could just... No, what the...
Jesus. The opportunist? Anyways.
Hey.
No, I like that. Anything
the leader actually smiles. So far, you've only seen him look grim and give you a smile like, I'm going to kill you.
I definitely got like a mischievous smile as well. Anything that allows us to divert their resources to things that aren't us is just, bonza, mate.
I should have leveled up my animal handling. Put more points into it.
Well, if you're talking to it, it's less needing the animal handling, more needing diplomacy.
Which is also something you don't.
Or just knowing what to say.
I have
nothing. Or just knowing what to say, right?
Yeah.
So,
I don't know. Perhaps we can get the village to work something out. Like, hey, you pay these bandits, like, you give them food once a year or something like that. You also got to take some cattle out to the swamp and just leave them.
Bring a sacrifice to the Eden.
We need a sacrifice. Well, we have a virgin and we have a horse. This horse is like a really good horse.
Virgin sits in
Matt
his mom's
over there-
basement
yeah,
and plays
Matt over there
Starfield all
doesn't
day.
do anything. So let's go, Matt.
So awful.
Saddle up, Pony Boy.
Terrible joke.
Boy, get upstairs. You got a job.
Here, wear this bacon suit.
Hold on, first hold this mirror.
Anyway,
God damn it. That reminds me of a thing I'll tell you guys after the session.
Oh,
I think
man.
I've mentioned it. Molly was there, but yeah. Anyway, I'll share it. There's a story I'm going to share in the Discord after the session.
Okay.
It's about Flame Kissed the Once Buttered.
Oh
my
yes.
God.
It's funny.
oh, I love that one.
But anyway,
yes,
Do we make it?
do you make it? That is the question. So, as for rolls, we're gonna need a survival from someone.
Go, Sam. I
We're
choose
going-
you.
Someone.
Yeah,
To
not
need
it.
one each, right? So it's gonna be
Oh.
survival from one person. I'm gonna need a perception from another person.
Not it. I'll do the perception if it's better than yours now.
And I'm going to need a knowledge geography from someone.
Oh, bro,
Ah,
that one actually might be.
Okay, good.
So I think
Okay,
I'm
good.
trained in that.
Geography?
Hold on. I think I'm actually trained in that. Ah, no, I'm not.
Yeah,
So
it's
close.
Sam that has geography.
And I'm knowledge local and knowledge engineering.
These are pretty much all Sam skills. Now, I will tell you, you're going to get a +2 to each of these checks because all these
Okay.
other bandits are also doing stuff. But we'll just pull the veil back for a second. You guys are the PCs, so your rolls are the ones that matter.
Yeah.
Well, I do have some survival. It's not as good as Sam's,
Yeah.
but
My
Sam's the only
survival-
one that has geography.
My survival is the same as my perception, basically.
I put 4 points in
Unless
my
I'm in a
perception
forest.
score, so I have a +4
Yeah.
on my perception score.
My geography
It's
is
not a
literally
class.
the only thing, and I only have one rank in it because I was like, "Fuck it, one."
So
like
you're
I
the
put
only one
in-
trained in geography.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
the only one who can roll above a 10. Who can actually
Mhm.
get above a 10 on the check.
Yeah. So
So
I guess
that
one
might
of
be
y'all's
you.
doing
So you got a
survival,
knowledge
the other one's
geography.
doing.
She's gonna survival, and I'm.
Yeah,
gonna
I guess I'm doing survival.
All right,
Okay.
I'll do my geography. You want to do it in that order?
Yeah, we'll go Sam, Lamia, Eli. Remember, you get a +2 to each of these
Mhm.
for aid.
Nice.
Oh,
16.
decent.
Not bad at all.
Decent.
You are traveling through the woods, so so you also get that additional
Oh.
+2, so it's 18.
18,
Nice.
baby.
One time I forget to ask.
Would you asked earlier twice?
It's just to help you navigate the terrain and kind of knowing what stuff
Damn
like,
it.
grows in what areas, that kind of thing.
Hey, that's better than my
Roll
5.
13.
would've
It's not bad.
Still not bad. Unfortunately, not quite enough to pass.
Hey,
That is
Oh,
how it
good
passed.
job, Eli.
been.
Two
It was
of
almost
3
a 2,
successes.
guys. It was almost a 2.
2 of 3 successes here. So what that means,
What did Tris say earlier? 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
yeah.
she did
Yeah.
say that. Yeah.
She did.
Since Eli won't say it, I'll say it. That cunt might have been right. Anyways, 'cause she would never say that. Guys, when
He
I
would
finally
never.
drop an F-bomb or something as Eli, I hope everybody's surprised.
Language.
Yeah, I hope everybody's just, oh.
Yeah, Sam also does have a burp. But so
Oh.
so 2 out of 3 means you guys do arrive first. It is the dead of night when you're approaching. Just because it's 9-hour trip, it wasn't like you left in the morning.
Right.
Yeah.
So you guys are approaching. Eventually, the band is kind of like stop. You guys are like, hold on, we're gonna send people right ahead, let them know we're coming. Yada yada yada. You can tell there's like a little bit of tension and stuff because like these villagers are like, we know you're not fucking military. You're showing up here with an army, but it's less than you would expect it to be. And you find out very quickly why when they finally let you into the village. You can see that even though it's the dead of night, they seem to have a lot of militia posted, and it's because you can
Oh.
see that just over here
Oh.
there are a lot of fires burning in the night, and I don't mean wild ones. There's definitely a camp over there. And they let you know that, yeah, like some people were out fishing, and some of the people going out and gathering things in fields, and could see this huge group of armed people approaching. And there was like, there was no soldiers on the roads. Even our like militia members who kind of checked down the roads and things before are gone. Like they just never came back. And so they're coming through, and we can't stop them. There's no way. We're just hoping they're not here to fight. We just have to give them whatever they want.
Give them the lowdown on the fact that like these bandits have been sent here specifically to destroy this village, to wipe it off the map, and we're here to stop that. Like straight up.
Which we will handle that RP next session,
next time,
of course. But it's good to know that you're going to tell them.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we want their cooperation.
And if they can leave, wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah. How good are y'all at raising animals for slaughter? Like,
Well, I was gonna say
a couple times a year.
you get a couple things from Ruka. I know it's bad, but you get a couple things besides just getting the civilians to safety. You get anybody who does want to stay and fight to help you. You also get local knowledge of this is their village. Do we want to build traps? Do we want to do whatever? What resources do you guys have that we could use to prevent them from doing that? If you just go, oh no, it'll all be fine, you just need to let us set up over here in these woods, and then they go, oh, that's fine. You don't get like the same kind of aid as you go, listen, they're here to kill all of you. It's kind of maybe my fault, but we're here to stop that. So, I might not tell them it's my fault right away, but if pressed,
maybe save that.
Anyway, thank you for joining us, guys.
It is not my fault. They made a choice.
They made the choice.
It is 100%
same thing with
not my fault.
Vladimir. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 100% not my fault. They made a choice.
So yeah, we'll handle that next session, which will be next week. You guys will get to kind of come in, have that RP with the village people, make your plan together, and essentially what it boils down to, if you had gotten 3 of 3 successes, obviously they would have been a little bit further back.
Yeah.
And you'd have had more time to try to get some goals together. However, depending on how much effort and time you're willing to put in, you could still get a pretty good setup going, because they weren't like at this place's door. They've still got a few miles to move.
You know what else talking to the villagers means? We can ask him about the night eggs, and we can see if Sam can ride his little horse as fast as he possibly can to go convince the night egg to come down this way.
Oh, and sorry, let me.
You know what?
Great.
You know what we need right now? You know what we really need, you guys? We really need a whole bunch of storm wardens. That's what we need. Man, I wish I had that like chip to call in on this one. Boy, we kind of bungled the end of that.
Yeah, we didn't really burn.
Look, we got it to where they're
really
going to
what you could've
murder
done.
us at least.
We
but
just
like,
left that bridge with a fire on it. We don't know if it burned or not.
we very much left the bridge and just are like, man, I really hope that's there when we come back. No, it was. We
just so I'm
didn't
not
leave on
pulling a
bad
gotcha
terms.
here.
We didn't leave on great terms.
You guys don't know the exact location,
Yeah.
so you know that their actual camp is somewhere in that radius.
Okay. We just see where a whole bunch of fires.
Yeah.
Which makes
I
sense.
will give you for free. You know it's not like. We'll do this. It's not
Nobody
past
rolled
that
a-
line.
Okay. So, Emily,
line.
besides telling Patrick not to forget the story in the Discord, which you got to do Flame Kiss,
I see.
I am, just because of the end and because Ellie reminded me, I'm sorry I cut you off, I'm going to let you talk to it, but I am going to do the real fast pitch at the end. We do have a Discord. It is linked in the chat. Please go there. You can share stories, share memes, share whatever. We have great stuff. We have stars and wishes where you can tell all about things you love and things you want to see and are excited about in our Discord. Plus, it has links to all of our social medias, including Facebook, Instagram, X, Twitter, and our Patreon, which you can join at multiple tiers, one of which gets you a super great podcast called Don't Sleep Through This by Panda, and the other one gets you, another one gets you a monthly hangout where we do goofy nonsense.